back, everybody, to another live reaction here at I'm Not a Coach. I'm your host, Dave Huerta. Thank you so much for joining us, man, for the first playoff game of the 2025 NFL season, man. And it's going to be a good one. So we got the Rams, who are 12-5, man. They were basically one big victory over the 49ers away from potentially playing for the number one seed last week. Did not happen. The Rams now have to be on the road, and they might have gotten potentially the best matchup you could in the NFC in the 8-9, a losing record, the Carolina Panthers. But Carolina has two things that the Rams do not have this season. One, the Rams won their division. They are division champions, whether they backed into it or not. They are division champions. The Rams cannot say that. And finally, two, despite the Rams having 4 more victories than the Carolina Panthers coming into this game, the Carolina Panthers have 1 victory over the Rams. That is the only thing that makes a difference, and that is that they beat them early this season. They were able to knock off the Rams. One of those 5 losses for LA came against the Carolina Panthers, man. So can the Panthers do it again? Can they upset one of the best teams in the NFL and one of the favorites to win the Super Bowl, man? Let's check it out. David Stegosaurus, let's go, baby. Heck yeah, man. David, what's going on, brother? What's going on? How has your week been? How's your weekend been? Let me know, man. Let me know. Heck yeah, man. Also, David, who you picking, man? Let me know who you're picking. I'm going to be going, despite, I think Carolina's defense is underrated, and this has been the case all season long. When their offense is on, they are a competitive team, man. Super competitive. Very underrated to me are the Carolina Panthers. Yes, they're 8-9. They did not finish the season out hot, but they looked good for a good chunk of it, man. And if that offense can get back on track a little bit and that defense can play to its potential, I think they can give the Rams a run for their money. Having said that, though, I think the Rams pull this one off. I think they win 35-27. Give or take. David, go Rams, go Stafford, go Burritos. Heck yeah, man. Let's go. Matt, see, look at that. David always bringing in what we need to talk about. All right, we don't talk enough about burritos on this channel. They are underrated. They're underappreciated. And if you do it right, and if you eat it right, no mess. I'm just saying, how many things can you say that is holding most of the food? What other food allows you to eat the container that the food is being held in? I'm just saying. Just saying. Burritos. Love them. I don't know why I pointed up. They're not. Anyway, it's been a while. I'm a little rusty, all right? It's been like a week since I was streaming here, man. Long week, but I'm so freaking happy, man. Finally, some freaking football. I missed it on Thursday. Weirdly enough, missed it way more than I probably was thinking. I was like, oh, yeah, 6 days, we'll get good. No, man, I missed it. I need that Thursday football, man. I need it. I'm a junkie at this point, man. But anyway, my addiction aside. David, weekend's okay. I cut my hair and trimmed up my beard today. Heck yeah, dude. Dude, I got a haircut too. Got a haircut this week. Finally, I think they cut like 4 inches. Your local, what's going on? Hello, bro. What's going on? Your local, what's going on, brother? Let's go. Thank you for joining the channel or the chat, my man. Thank you. Yeah, let me know who you're rooting for in this game, and let me know who you root for in general. Let me know. And then David, hot dogs. True. But come on, man. Come on. You can't compare the burrito to like like a true Mexican burrito. I'm not talking about a burrito you get at Taco Bell, it's like a little wrap basically. I'm talking about a big burrito. It's a big difference, but yeah, I get it. Hot dogs, hot dogs. Your local Bills fan here, and I'm scared for tomorrow. Also, I got Panthers winning 23-17. Oh, okay. I could see it, man. I could see it. I think Carolina, like I said, Carolina's defense, I think it's a little bit underrated. And if that offense can get going, especially early, they've been able to keep games close, man. They've been competitive for most of the season. There's been a few games they've looked ugly and they've lost ugly, but most of the time, man, if you look at some of their wins, I would say I think 6 or 7 out of their 9 losses all were within not only a possession, but I think under 7 points. So, yeah, man, okay. 23-17. We'll check it out. And for your Bills, I agree, man. Oh, man, I don't know. I wish they had a better or a different matchup than what they have tomorrow, but it's going to be, I think if they can win that game, I think there's going to be a lot of confidence in the Bills. Because right now, I think a lot of people are not fully bought into the Buffalo Bills. I think that defense is not as good as it's we've seen in the past. And I think the offense, especially the receivers over there in Buffalo, have struggled to make an impact with the opportunities that they've been given. Keon Coleman, prime example, probably one of the biggest disappointments for Buffalo this year, man. I think even I thought, but many people thought that he might be able to take that next step. You know, maybe not top 10, top 15, but just be a good number 1 receiver, and it just has not been the case. So it's tough. But I'm rooting for the Bills, man. I said, like, I've said it before. I would love a Bills and Green Bay Super Bowl. I mean, that'd be phenomenal. Either my Packers are going to get a win, or we're going to see the Buffalo Bills and that fan base finally get to experience a Lombardi trophy, man. That would be amazing. That would be amazing. So, let me see here. Last time these two teams played, Carolina was extremely good on offense. And if the Panthers show up, they win. It's a toss-up. I agree, man. Don't get me wrong. Could I see the Rams going off for like 35, 40 yard or 40 points and just kind of dominating the time of possession? Sure. They have good running backs. They have obviously a good quarterback. The offensive line has been a little iffy here and there. I think that's probably one of their biggest weaknesses. They haven't done great at being able to open up running lanes consistently, especially against some good defenses. And then the defense for the Rams has also been sporadic. I think they have a great front seven. I think their secondary is talented, but they don't always gel together. So we'll see. David, I'm rooting for the Bills, but I didn't pick them to win. Ooh. Okay. All right. Let's go, man. We got some scandalous takes right here, man. We got the Panthers winning and the Bills losing. But the Jags are looking good, man. The Jags are, I would say they're probably one of the top 3 hottest teams coming into the playoffs, man. To me, I think I'm trying to look at the teams that we have right now. Chicago on a 2-game losing streak. Green Bay on a 4-game losing streak. But the Jags, man, they looked great. That's Houston Texans. What is it? 8 or 9 consecutive victories, I think. Let me know if I'm wrong about that. And then the Patriots, man. I think the Patriots were playing some really good ball. They had, they were looking a lot better like in November coming into December, but still one of the better teams. But the Jags, man, looking good. This Bills team is the worst one in recent memory by far. Is it close? I think not. No, for sure, man. I think we're used to seeing Josh having to turn it on, kind of go Super Saiyan or, whatever you want to call him. Usually he has to kind of, for half of the games, he usually has to be put on his cape and then just have a crazy second half. But I feel like most of the games this season, he's had to do that. And there's been a few times where he hasn't Houston Texans game. That's a prime example. I think we might have streamed that game. That was a rough game for Josh and that entire Bills team. So we'll see, man. It's gonna be interesting what they do against the Jags. I'm trying to remember. We didn't do a whole lot of Jacksonville on the channel. I think we had 2 or 3 games maybe with them. Their offense was like very herky jerky at times, but when they were able to get things going, like they looked like a better version of the Broncos, where it seems like they stumbled their way down the field, but it was effective. And then their defense was opportunistic. That was the biggest thing that I took away from watching the Jags during the games that I did. Their defense was very opportunistic. Wasn't always dominant, but very opportunistic. And I think sometimes the offense was able to kind of reward that. Whether it was a turnover or a good stop or a turnover on downs, usually the offense came away with some type of points. So, but yeah. All right, man. Well, it looks like we're about to get underway here. So I did have to watch this on YouTube. I'm going to try to maybe look, see where I'm at when it comes to my local area here, what they're showing. But just to make sure I'm safe, I went with the old reliable YouTube TV here. So you might be ahead of me, you might be behind me. Let me know. Oh, we got Cam. Look at that, man. Cam Newton in the house, man. The only man to be able to win the MVP for this franchise and bring them to a Super Bowl during the same season. Damn, dude, Cam is about to break that drum. But yeah, man. Let's freaking go, man. Your loco, this offense doesn't scare me. I know they're good, but this defense, I can't trust them versus a hot Jags team that has shown they can easily win. They destroyed Denver in Mile High. True. And Denver's defense is, I think we can call it one of the top 3 defenses in the NFL. So I agree with you, man. I agree. But the ultimate counterbalance is you have a top 3 quarterback, if not top 2, in the NFL. So yeah, it looks like the Rams right now, their kicker is struggling to keep the ball on the tee here. It's very, very windy, so looks like the Rams are going to bring out somebody to hold the ball for him. So Carolina going to get the ball here to start the game. It'll be caught right around the 15 to the 20, 25, 30, and brought down across the 35. And we're going to get underway here, man. I freaking love it. Let's freaking go, man. Playoff football is here, baby. Look at Bryce Young, man. One of the top recruits coming out of high school, a Heisman Trophy winner, first overall pick back in 2023. And he played pretty well. Played pretty well this season. It wasn't always pretty, but I would say confidently this is by far his best season. So, all right, we got 1st and 10, ball at the 36. Bryce under center here, sends a receiver in motion. Handoff to, it looks like Rico Dowdle, and he will get it for a yard down. Your local good return to begin this one. I believe in Carolina. You got to believe, man. You got to believe. Heck yeah, dude. David, I would like to see a pick 6 already. You know what? Let's start the playoffs right, man. Let's get a pick 6. All right, 2nd and 9. Bryce in the shotgun, running back to his right. He's got a single receiver on that right side as well. Looking good. Good protection. Throws it to the left, and that's going to be incomplete. That was Durant on the coverage there, doing a great job of playing some sticky defense there. All right, we got 3rd and 1 here. 3 receivers to the left. Bryce in the shotgun. Rams send pressure. They send 5. Gets it out quickly. And his receiver ends up falling on the play, but able to get the catch and nearly gets the first down. It'll be 4th and 1. That is Xavier Leggett on the catch. Your loco, watch the Rams lose this one, and Puka tweets about the refs. If you know what I'm saying, yeah. Puka has been a lot more outspoken this year. Also got in trouble for being on a podcast a couple weeks ago, or maybe like a month ago. But yeah, 4th and 1. Carolina going for it. Bryce running to his right. Pressure, gets it out, incomplete. And the Rams hold Carolina to nothing on this one. Turn it over on downs, and the Carolina Panthers have put their defense in a tough spot here. Yeah, it looks like they're showing some highlights from Carolina's victory earlier in the year. They went for it multiple times on 4th down. And that was Quentin Lake able to bat that one away. 1st and 10. Stafford looking, has time, throws it over the middle, and he finds a wide open Puka Nacua down inside the 30 of Carolina. Once again, if you're just joining us, first off, thank you for watching. I appreciate you guys. Happy playoff Saturday to you. And if you're just joining us, the reason the Rams are already inside the 30 is because Carolina went for it on 4th down and did not get it, turning the ball over on downs deep in their own territory. All right, low snap, gets the handoff to the right side, and that is Williams able to find his way for a gain of 6 or 7 there. 2nd down coming up. All right, we got 2nd and 5. Stafford under center, play action, rolling to his right, finds Puka Nacua, gets a 1st down, and able to fight off a defender to get it down near the 15. I think they go for it. There we go. And then your loco Bryce could have ran for that first. He's fast. Honestly, I think that with the way the defense was able to rally, it would have been close. I think if he would have made that decision, he needed to make it immediately. But I think him kind of hesitating, looking for somebody downfield, kind of threw away that option. So 1st and 10. Stafford, shotgun, looks, throws over the middle, and wide open Puka Nacua in the end zone. And the Rams starting out hot. Got great field position from their defense. And a wide open Puka Nacua who started out in the backfield and just basically went right up the right seam there, able to kind of get in between the safeties. Stafford putting a great touch on that one. All right, bam. And the extra point is good as well. With 11:35 left in the first, Rams are able to strike first. Stafford finding Puka in the end zone. Yeah, I think this is going to get ugly. I don't know, man. Like we knew the Rams were going to put up points. We knew that. They usually start out fast. They're usually not they're not like the Bills or even like the Broncos. They're not a team that starts out very slow in the first half and then picks up. They usually are pretty quick to score points, and then it's that middle part of the game where they kind of tend to get out of rhythm at times. At times. Yep, we got the bots. We got the bots. Sorry, I'll get rid of those here in a few seconds. There we go. Yeah, man, freaking bots. But that's a good sign. That means people are watching. Usually the bots are kind of just lingering around. David, I appreciate you, my man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. So yeah, coming into this game, the Rams have had to kind of deal with some injuries. Devontae Adams was missing for most of that month leading up there. He had a hamstring injury, and he could have played the last like game or two, but at this point, the Rams knew that they're going to be in the playoffs. They kind of knew the last 2 weeks they were kind of almost out of the number one seed and potentially even the division title. They would have they would have had to have Seattle and San Francisco lose quite a bit over that final like 2 or 3 weeks. So they're just like, you know what, we're gonna rest our guys and we're gonna get them healthy for the playoffs. So, but during that absence, the rookie Kanata Muntfield was able to really pick up some great looks with Matthew Stafford. So look out for that kid, man. That kid was able to find some holes in the coverage and he was basically the number two for a while there because the Rams have also been dealing with a lot of injuries and inconsistencies in their tight end room the last month and a half. Carolina, and they are not going to be able to get a good return on this one. This one, they are dropped around the 21. Your local, I think the Packers win 16-18. I can't believe in the Bears after the loss to Detroit. Yeah, man. And like to be fair, Detroit is they've been struggling this year. Chicago has I think they're that team that is just like maybe is I don't think they're gonna win a title this year for sure. But they're a team that's building. Quick throw to the right side, and that's gonna be caught there by Coker. It'll be 2nd and 3 for Carolina here. Yeah, Dave Canales, man, 13-21 as the head coach, but got to the playoffs in his second year, man. That's an improvement. Bryce under center, hands it off. Chuba Hubbard finding some room, picks up 4 and a first down for Carolina. And Hubbard, he's been so he ended up losing his job or starting job to Rico about midway through the season. He dealt with an injury. He was out for 2 games. Rico went absolutely wild, going off for nearly 500 total yards. And then they kind of gave it to Rico, but over the last month and a half, Dowdle has been slowly becoming less and less effective. All right, Bryce, shotgun, dumps it underneath to Chuba Hubbard, bouncing it to the right side, and he is going to be good for a gain of 6. They're looking good. Yep, looking good, man. They're. You can tell the Rams are playing. They're basically giving something here underneath, and I think Carolina is going to be willing to take that unless they find something deeper down the field. 5 receiver set. Bryce pressured and gets taken down back at the 33, and that is going to be Fisk. But there is a flag in the backfield, and we have a Carolina Panther offensive lineman down on the ground. So adding insult to injury, there is a flag, and it's going to be on Carolina. Yeah, it looks like it was their left tackle whose knee just buckled, getting bull rushed by, I think that was what was that, Stewart? Let me see here. Sorry, I'm just trying to find. Yeah, it looks like that was the man out of Michigan, the third round pick, Josiah Stewart, who basically bull rushed the left tackle there, and just kind of his right knee just buckled on him. That's not good. That's not good. All right. There we go. All right. And you're loco, man. How's your week been, my dude? How's your weekend going? Let me know. Let me know. Dude, let's freaking go, man. We got 6 people watching this game with us. I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. Hope you're having a good, great weekend. Hope you're having a great week. Hopefully, the new year is treating you well. And yeah, man, if you guys are new to the channel, please leave a like and subscribe. It's a free way to support me, man, and it helps out the video, helps out the channel a ton. So thank you. Don't worry, we're still in a commercial break. We're not missing a thing. But that is the one thing with this Rams defense, man. I mentioned their front seven. It's been great. What was it last week during this same round against the Minnesota Vikings? They absolutely tore apart Sam Darnold and that Vikings offense, man. I think they sacked Sam 7 or 8 times in that game. It's terrible. Terrible, terrible. All right, we got 3rd and 9 here. Young in the shotgun, 5 receivers set. Throws it to the left and overthrows his rookie. That is Teteroa McMillan, the intended target. Yeah, McMillan led all rookie receivers in catches, yards, and touchdowns. So, one of the, I think he also broke the franchise record for the most yards by a rookie receiver. I can't remember who held that record before, but it's a guy that was for sure played within the last 10 years. So, I'll eventually look that up. But yeah, man, and either way, an incredible rookie season by McMillan. Carolina punting this one away and able to move him inside the 10, and that's where he's going to be tackled right around the 9-yard line. A freaking great punt and great freaking coverage by the Panthers, man. That's exactly what they needed. Now you just got to hope that defense is going to be able to hold the Rams offense to a quick 3 and out here. Maybe give your offense another short field and see if they can get something going. And sorry, I think I said he was tackled at the 9. I'm pretty sure they're going to mark him right around the. Actually, no, I was right. Never mind. Inside the 10. All right, 1st and 10 here. Hand off to the right side, and that is going to be Blake Corum picking up about 3 yards down to the 10. Boom. There we go. All right. 2nd and 6. 3 receivers to the left side. Stafford in the shotgun. Takes a snap. Looks. Throws it underneath. Able to get it to Puka, who breaks a tackle and is going to get it across the 20 down near the 23. That's a 1st down for this explosive Rams offense. All right, I'm trying to see here who they ended up losing. So they looks like they lost Ikem Ikwanu, who was a first round pick back in 2022. That was their left tackle. So he was carted into the locker room, so likely will not be coming back into this game. Handoff by Stafford to the left side, and with some muscle, able to pick up an extra 3 or 4 yards after contact. Mm-hmm. All right, 2nd and 4. Stafford under center. Looks like there's a 3 tight end set. Hand off to the left side, and that picks up 3, setting up a 3rd and 1. So let me know who you guys think is going to be the top receiver for the Rams in this game. Is it going to be Puka? He's been getting a lot of looks. Or are they eventually going to get Devontae Adams kind of moving here in the latter stage of the first? Let me know. Your local. I was worried that Carolina wouldn't be able to stop this offense, and my suspicions is looking to be correct. Yeah, man, the Rams they're looking solid right now, man. Especially if they can get that running game going. Dangerous. Handed off to Blake Corum, and he's gonna be stacked up in Carolina, able to force a 4th and short here, 4th and 2. There we go. There we go. All right, man. We might have spoken too soon. We might have spoken too soon because looks like the Rams are going to have to punt this one away. Ooh. Punt is away. It's gonna be a short punt. It's gonna get a decent bounce, and it'll go out of bounds somewhere around the 18. All right, so we got 5:44 left in the first quarter here. Rams able to score on their opening possession after their defense was able to force a turnover on downs by against Carolina here. But other than that, man, it's been the defenses that have been ruling the day. I agree with you, man. Like I said, Carolina, man, they got some underrated guys in that front seven, man. I think with Carolina, the biggest difference in their defense is one, they don't really have that difference maker. Obviously, they traded away Brian Burns a couple seasons ago to the Giants, so they need a guy like that somewhere, either as a linebacker, outside linebacker, or just maybe some guy on the line. They need that one guy in the front seven to be a difference maker. You know, like a T.J. Watt, a J.J. Watt, uh, Aaron Donald. It might be too much of a ask. You know, we're talking about one of the greatest, if not one of the greatest defensive linemen of all time. But like, you need a guy like that. And then finally, I think their secondary needs to be some work. I think they have some talented guys, some guys that are very competitive and aggressive, but they need playmakers. They need guys that are going to be able to be consistently good in that secondary. And if they can get those two things, a superstar in the front seven, and two or three, difference makers, kind of in a sense, and the secondary, I think that'll we're going to be talking about the Carolina's defense as one of the best in the NFL, top 5. So But let me know what you think. Do you agree with me, or do you think they need to go somewhere else with their maybe this coming draft? I think their offense needs to be there needs to be a supplement in terms of their offensive line. Um, I think they need to get Bryce some more weapons as well. But yeah, 1st and 10. Bryce Young brought down, and that is a bad mix up there by the offensive lineman, leaving Puna Ford, one of the biggest human beings on the field, unblocked over the middle. And Bryce literally was barely done with the play action before he was wrapped up for a sack. Second and 19 here. Ball back at the 10. Bryce alone in the shotgun. He's got a little bit of time. Throws the ball away. Able to get it out to Chuba Hubbard. And he will get it down to the 21. Picked up, sorry, that was actually Tremble, the tight end. Picked up 11 on that one. So setting up a 3rd and 8. All right, come on, Carolina. We got to get something going here, baby. All right, Bryce in the shotgun, running back to his right. He's got 2 receivers stacked up on the left side. Looking at McMillan, and he gets him. 1st down, gain of about 11. And that was actually Jalen Coker, man. Sorry. Can you tell we didn't do a whole lot of Carolina games on the year? I think we did 2. I think we did Green Bay, and we actually might have done 3 with Carolina. But yeah, I know the names. I don't always know exactly how they look like, but trust me, I will get better as the game goes on. All right, 1st and 10, ball at the 32. Bryce in the shotgun. Sorry, under center. Single back in the backfield. Fakes the handoff, rolling to his right. Good pursuit by the defense, and he is forced to throw it away. 2nd and 10. There we go, offense. Yeah, man. Just nice, nice little slant route there to Coker on 3rd and 8, man. It was quick. Great timing on that one, too, man. And that's the one thing with Bryce this season. His timing with his receivers has been significantly better. I think it's helped that the offensive line has improved and his playmakers have also improved. But the timing, that's such a big thing, man. 2nd and 10. Gets the handoff, and it looks like it's going to be a pickup of about 4 for Trevor Etienne. That is the little brother of Jaguars Travis Etienne. There we go. Captain Mickey Mouse, what's going on? And we got a Rams player down on the ground here. Let's see here. These bots. Oh my god, dude. Yeah, man. Anytime the chat or the stream is kind of popping off just a little bit, the bots come in. But usually they by halftime they usually give up. Usually. So. But yeah. But once again, shout out to David Stegosaurus for getting those bots. Appreciate you, my man. Thank you, thank you. Bots thinks they have a say, and I disagree. You know what? I support you. I support you in your view. Sorry, I'm just trying to see who is down on the ground. So yeah, so officially, Ikem Aquano, the left tackle that was starting for them for Carolina in this game, he has been officially ruled out with that knee injury, which is not surprising. Anytime you see a big man being carted off the sidelines, typically not going to be a good sign of him coming back. So. Captain, I was asking if you're doing your team tonight. Oh, if I'm doing the Packers? Absolutely, man. We're doing every playoff game, man. Every single playoff game. We got 2 today, Carolina, Rams, and then we're going to be doing Green Bay, Chicago. Let's go. Go, Pack, go. Come on, baby. And then we're going to be doing 3 tomorrow, man, starting at noon and going all the way to the end. And then we got 1 on Monday. So, yeah, baby. We're doing all the games. All the games. Will you stream the Bills game? Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Every game, my man. All right, we got 3rd and 6 here. Bryce in the shotgun, running back to his left. A little bit of pressure, steps up in the pocket, delivers a heck of a throw. And that is going to be, I believe, Tremble, the tight end, who picks up the first, able to be stopped right at the marker. That should be moving the chains here. We got 2:40 on the clock. 2:40, and the clock is running. Word every game, absolutely, my man. Yeah, this season, when I started the channel, I think we started out with like doing like 3 games, per week. Like it was Thursday, every Packer game, and then we did Sunday night, and then by the end of last year, we were doing 5 games per week basically. Tetaroa McMillan catching a slant route on the right side, and he is gonna pick up another first down, good for about 13 or 14. And Carolina in Rams territory. I love it, baby. Let's go. Captain, Bills in Jacksonville, Florida. Yes, they are, man. They're going to be going up against a really good Jacksonville's team that is improved significantly since last year. Remember, Jacksonville finished, 4-13 last year? They were, 13-4 this year. Like a massive bump. All right, 1st and 10, ball at the 44 of the Rams. Bryce in the pistol, Uncle Rico to his right. Takes the snap, Rams with a little bit of pressure, throws it over the middle, and it's it's picked off. It's picked off. Oh my God, I was still focusing on the first defender. It literally bounced off his chest, but then the safety behind him able to undercut the route, and the best drive for Carolina ends in a pick. Looks like they were trying to get Jalen Coker on that dig route over the middle. Yeah, man, it hit Quentin Lake in the chest. Actually hit him, glanced off of his hands, but then it looks like Durant was right behind him and able to haul that one in, dude. That is a terrible freaking way. Oh, man. Wow. Uncle Rico. You're local. I'm so scared for tomorrow. Hey, man. It's all right. It's all right, baby. Try to have the good vibes, man. Give Josh Allen the good vibes. Run up the gut, and that's going to be good for about 8 yards. Your local dude, come on now, dude. They were looking so dang good. So dang good, and that ball was just a little off center. Also, there's a little bit of bad luck in that throw because the ball, the way it careened, it didn't go just straight back. It kind of it took like a little bit of like an angle to Durant. It almost looked like a heat-seeking missile coming to him. 2nd and 2, sets up a one-handed grab by Parkinson. Wow. picks up a first down. Yeah, nice little tight end screen there on the right side, and they are going to be near Carolina's 25. All right, 1st and 10. Stafford under center here. Devontae Adams alone on the right side, and we're going to head to the second quarter. Captain Dave, the Bills had beaten Jacksonville before, wondering if Allen doing the same as they played them away. It's possible, man. Like, there isn't a single team this year that I can point to and say, yes, that is a borderline great team. Like, all of these teams have flaws. Like, almost glaring. It's been a weird freaking year, man. If you've seen any of the streams, we've talked about it, man. All of these teams that have made the playoffs are freaking weird. Like, the only two teams that you could consider borderline, like, okay, they look like a legit, for sure, Super Bowl contender. The Rams, maybe, and the Seahawks. And I've talked about the Seahawks. That offense at times does not exist. Sam Darnold looks like the Sam Darnold that we saw the last 2 weeks of last year for Minnesota. And then there are times where they look unstoppable. And then on top of that, the Rams, I talked about it earlier. The offensive line can be an issue for Stafford. Sometimes he does look like a guy that's approaching 40 years old. And sometimes their running game just can't get going. So, and then on top of that, their defense, despite being great on their front seven in terms of the talent, it doesn't always show up with impact. So, but like, yeah, Green Bay, I can admit it. When you lose 4 games to end the regular season, you are by no means a perfect team. Chicago, we know their issues. That defense, great at turning the ball over, not really great at anything else. But yeah, man, I don't know. It's definitely weird. David, shame we didn't get a pick 6 out of the deal. If we gonna have an interception, take it to the house or don't come up. Exactly. All right. Like if you're just gonna walk out of bounds, man, just hand it back to Carolina. All right. Don't be rude. Don't be rude. All right. If you're gonna pick them off, go to the house. All right. Make it worth it. Captain, FYI, there's still a bot message. Oh, is there? All right. Let me see here. The old. Oh yeah. There we go. Gone. Eben, what's going on, brother? Welcome back. This is going to be a big game. Yes, sir. It's going to be a run to the right, and it looks like Williams able to get it just inside the red zone here, just inside the 20 of Carolina. That's a little stat here. Sean McVay 5-0 in the postseason after his team leads into the after the first quarter. Who will be the winner of the Jags and Bills? Oh man, that is a tough one, dude. 6-4. Second and 4 here. Another run by Williams, and that gets about half of what they needed. So setting up a 3rd and 2. So I think the Jags are a better team this year. I just think that they're more complete than the Bills. So I think part of me is pretty sure that they will win. But it's always tough to bet against a future Hall of Fame quarterback, whether it's Patrick Mahomes, whether it's Lamar Jackson, whether it's Josh Allen. You just don't really bet against those guys on a consistent basis. So 2nd and 3, Stafford throws to the left, finds Puka Nacua, and that's going to be a first down. Nice pickup of about 4 yards there, getting it down near the 10. So yeah, I think the Jags are gonna win because I think they're a better team overall, even offensively. But Josh Allen is still a much better quarterback than what the Jags have. So. You see here, 1st and 10. Run to the right, and Williams carrying a defender all the way down to the 5. You see here, sorry, Eben. It's been a long since I've been in a stream. Good to see you. Good to see you too, my man. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well, man. How's your week? How's your weekend going? And then what game are you looking forward to the most? Let me know. Captain, your local didn't know. Yeah. The winner of the Jags and Bills will play the winner of what game? I don't know. So it depends because the Bills are the 5th seed, so they will go up against probably one of the top 2 seeds if those guys, if the 2nd seed still wins. Throw to Puka Nacua, able to break a tackle and gets into the end zone again. Puka Nacua with his 2nd touchdown catch of the day, and the Rams are starting to pull away here. Oh boy. Yeah, because I'm trying to think here. It's always weird. Like if it was the 7th seed, you would automatically know they would be playing the 1st seed in the divisional round. So with the 5th seed, it just depends on who wins next there, or the 6th seed. The Bills are the 6th seed. So yeah. They'll likely be, if the Chargers don't win, then the Bills will play the top seed in the next round. And if the Texans lose, but then the Bills and Chargers win, the Bills will play the lowest ranked team, because then the Chargers will play the top seed, which would be the Broncos. So basically, yeah, that's kind of how you can kind of figure it out. So if the Chargers lose, the Bills are automatically going to be, if they win, will automatically play the Broncos. And if the Texans lose, and then the Bills and the Chargers win, then the Buffalo Bills will play the lower seeded team in that next divisional round. So yeah, hopefully that made sense. All right, even Green Bay Bears. That's going to be a great game. Hopefully, man. Both those teams, the Bears ended the season on a 2-game losing streak, and the Packers lost their last 4. So, not amazing. Your local, thanks for clarifying. Yep. Captain, Buffalo is 6 seed, LA is 7. Yep, correct, my man. Correct. Sorry, I almost forgot to put the extra point up there. Dude, let's freaking go, man. We got 7 people watching right now, man. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate you. Don't worry, we're still on a commercial break. We're not missing a thing. But yeah, man, just want to say thank you so much. Appreciate you. And hopefully the playoffs can give us some drama, man. That last game to end the regular season, Ravens and Steelers, man. If that's just the amuse bouche to what we can expect in the playoffs, man, I'm down for it. That was a heck of a way to end the regular season, man. If you guys did not get a chance to watch that, try to watch the highlights. Try to find a way to watch that game, because that one, even if you can't watch the whole game, watch the at least like half of the third quarter and all the way through the fourth. If you can watch that, man, you're going to get a lot of entertainment, man. There was so many ups and downs. Absolutely wild. All right. Kick is away, and it'll go out the back of the end zone. Carolina with a touchback there. Captain Prater should be back for tomorrow. Seastrom! Ayo! Daylight. No, I'm just messing with you. Seastrom, what's going on, brother? Good morning. Good morning. Seastrom, who do you got, man? And also, how's your week been, my man? It's good to see you. 1st and 10, handoff to Hubbard, and he is good for a gain of 3. All right, we got 11:45 on the clock. 11:45. Clock is running. All right. Weird snap. Pressure up the gut. Bryce able to roll out to the left. Gets free and finds his receiver down the left sideline for a big first down. Let's go. That is Jalen Coker again, who has been coming on the last month, man. He was a big player for them last year, man. He was really basically their most reliable target last year. But obviously with McMillan coming in, obviously being drafted early, he kind of took over that role. But Coker, he's been, when Bryce needs a play and he can't find McMillan, Coker's his guy. All right, 1st and 10, ball at the 47 of LA here. Looking, Bryce throws to the right, finds McMillan for another first down before going out of bounds on the right side. Picks up about 14. There we go. Been doing good. Been a busy weekend. Will be busy too. Holy cow, man! You are not wrong, my man. You are not wrong. 1st and 10. Bryce in the shotgun. Looks like the Rams are showing some pressure. They send 4. Bryce with time throws over the middle, and he finds. That looks like McMillan again. Picks up a big chunk here, man. Even more than what he had last time. And I think he's going to be down somewhere around the 11-yard line. I think they might mark him off. Yeah, it wasn't touched down until the 11, so heck of a catching. But yeah, Seastrom, you're 100%, man. Holy cow. I'm not going to lie, guys. I was planning on doing something for Thursday night. It just did not happen, man. Way too busy this week, and I just didn't want to promise something I knew I wasn't going to be able to deliver on. So I always try to be consistent with you guys. And Hubbard nearly gets into the end zone, but a great run will get them inside the 5 down to the 4. Chuba Hubbard looking like the number 1 back in this offense today. We got 2nd and 3. Bryce under center. Pressure. Gets it out. And it's going to be incomplete. Trying to float one there to number 87. Not able to deliver. And that's going to be 3rd and 3. Yeah, right now Carolina knocking on the door. They can technically get a first down if they can get the ball to the 1. Captain, it looks like Buffalo wins. They get to play winner of NFC. If they win tomorrow, no, they go to the divisional round, my man. And then, yep. Bryce looking, throws to the right, and that's going to be incomplete. And a late flag thrown, and I think they're going to get Durant. He never turned around, and he had his hands all up in Xavier Legette's pads here. Let's see, was this bad? Yeah, there's the hold. Yep. Got a hold of the back of the jersey there and didn't really let Xavier kind of make a play on the ball. So Carolina catching a little bit of a break there. It'll be 1st and goal at the 1. First and goal. Big tight end set here. Handoff up the gut, and Chuba Hubbard able to get it into the end zone to give Carolina their first touchdown in this game. And not only that, their first playoff touchdown in nearly a decade. Let's freaking go, baby. All right. Carolina's like, no. You're not pulling away, man. You're in our house. We're going to make this a fight. All right, we got 8:53 on the clock here. Extra point is up, and it is good. Fitzgerald able to squeak it in there on the left side there. David, I'm happier to see Carolina in the playoffs than Dallas. Come on, man. Dallas did not deserve, actually, well, maybe, but taking shots. Dallas is not even in the playoffs, and they're taking shots. Unbelievable. Captain Justin Herbert is active for tomorrow's game in Massachusetts. Yeah, man. That's a good thing, man, because I think they said Justin was kind of dealing with a nasty injury for the last month and a half, and he just really hasn't been able to get healthy. So, luckily for the Chargers, man, they had a little bit of rest with because I don't think Herbert played last week, so able to give him that extra week of rest, and hopefully he can be a little bit healthier, man. Oh, man. Sorry, guys. I'm drinking some coffee here, man. I've been up since 5:30 this morning. Had to go to my other job. And literally got out probably like an hour and a half before the first game. So, absolutely busy weekend. And I'll be, like I said, be doing 3 games tomorrow, man. We're doing all the playoff games. All the playoff games. Yeah, we're going to be, I think if at the end of it, the Super Bowl will be game number 103 that we have done on the channel for this season alone. Last year we did 90 streams from what I counted. Trying to think, did we do 90? Yeah, we did 90. The Super Bowl last year, Chiefs, Eagles, that was the game number 90 on the channel. And then this year, man, we were able to get to 90 before we got to the playoffs. And we're going to be on pace for over 100, man. So, yeah. All right, looks like we're back here. Fitzgerald about to kick this one off if the ball can stay on the tee. And looks like they're going to get some help. David, my broadcast has no video. Oh, what the heck? Broadcast? More like a narrowcast. No? I thought it was clever. I've got sound. Hey, there we go. It's not too bad. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. I'll be here all week, man. I'll be here all week. Shane Balake, former Chiefs, is on Buffalo's practice squad. Oh, okay. Heck yeah. We got 1st and 10. Stafford under center. Looks like a 3 tight end set. Handoff up the gut. And Kyron Williams, I believe. Or is that Blake? It's always tough to tell. No, that's Blake Corum picking up about 4 yards there on the first down carry. Testing, testing. Okay. Sorry, my mic just freaked out on me. So hopefully you guys can still hear me. Let me know if you can't. The fight in this Panthers team is great. I hope they pull it out. Me too, man. I would love an upset. I would love an upset here. We got 2nd and 5, and we got a bunch of flags here. Play is going to be blown dead. And it's going to be on the Rams for a false start. And that's going to be on the veteran wideout, the future Hall of Famer, Davante Adams. Like I said, Adams, I think, missed the final 3 weeks of the regular season. So he's been out for almost a month, man. He missed most of December into January. So he's going to knock off that rust a little bit. Still looking for his first big catch of the game. 2nd and 10, Stafford. Quick throw gets it out to Davante, who is going to be stopped after a gain of nearly 5 yards. But there is a flag. I can hear you. We can hear. Oh, sweet. There we go. There we go. Sweet. Yeah, I just heard static, and when I looked up, the mic was like, no. And I was like, whoa. No. And we got another flag on the Rams here. Offsides number 18. Yep. So back-to-back penalties for the Rams here. Has got to move them, moving on back towards your end zone. Moving on back. That's it. All right, 2nd and 15. Stafford throws deep. He's got a wide open tight end across the 40, and they are going to be, whoo. That is a Tyler Higbee with a big catch, and they're going to be in Carolina territory here. Just a broken play there by the Panthers. Had the Rams in 2nd and 15, and they give up nearly 35 yards on the freaking play. First and 10, ball at the 34, hand it off, and it's going to be good for about a yard on the play. 2nd and 9 coming up. Oh, sorry. Captain, thank you, my man. I appreciate you. I got you. And then Captain linebacker Balin Spector is on the Bills active roster. Okay. So they're elevating some guys. I know they've been dealing with some injuries at the linebacker position. I think, what was it, Edmonds went down a couple weeks ago? All right, we got 2nd and 9, and it looks like the Rams are going to use a good old timeout here, potentially. All right. Rams break the huddle here. We got 6:15 left in the second. Stafford takes the snap, throws underneath, and is able to get it out to Puka Nacua, who gets blown up there by Murring, but picks up some good yardage, setting up a 3rd and short. David, oh sure, they fix the audio feed as they go to commercial. Yep. They're like, no, we we couldn't afford to show you the game, but these people paid for their ads, so we got to show it to them. No, Dave, he's replacing one of the linebackers that was on our. Oh, gotcha. 3rd and 3, throws to the right side, and Devontae unable to stay in bounds, but what a beautiful grab there. Spinning and pirouetting in the air, looking like a man that was gliding, looking like Michael Jordan in his prime. But once again, incomplete. So 4th and 3 coming up. It looks like the Rams are going to settle for a field goal here to try to reestablish a 2-possession lead with Mevis. All right, 46-yarder by Mevis is good. And Mevis is no butthead, able to make it through the uprights. So you get it? Because, like, Mevis rhymes, like, with Beavis, and, Beavis and butt. Never mind. You got it. You're never mind. Also, if you guys are new, there's going to be a lot of puns on the channel, man. So if you're not into that, stick around. Suffer through it. It's okay. No, I'm kidding. No, but sometimes we'll throw in some jokes here every once in a while. On the channel, we do love nicknames, man. David Stegosaurus, the king of nicknames here. I also get my own nicknames on here. So if you got a good name or a nickname that you want, put it in the chat. And if we like it, man, it's gonna be talked about. It'll be said. Your local, what channel is this game on? I'm pretty sure it's on Fox. So check your local Fox station if you have it. There you go, David. The game is on Fox. There we go. If you have YouTube TV, you can do it that way. I think they said like something about the Fox Sports app or whatever. You can watch it there. So, yeah. Captain, he's in for Palmer. Did you hear the Bills are getting rid of Sean McDermott? I think those are fans of the Bills that want Sean McDermott out. But I don't think the Bills are going to fire Sean McDermott, at least not unless they get blown out in this game against the Jags. Yep. Yeah, I know for the last 4 years, I feel like fans and like a lot of other non-Bill fans have been hoping that Sean McDermott gets fired, but I don't know, man. To me, like, is he going to be a Hall of Fame coach? No. But at the same time, it's just like he's getting you to the playoffs consistently. You are winning in the playoffs. It's not like you're getting one and done. You're usually winning 1 or 2 games every time you go to the playoffs. The biggest thing is getting over that hump, and that's usually been Kansas City or the Bengals that have stopped the Bills from going through, and both of those teams are out. They did not make the playoffs, so I think the Bills might have a chance. They just need to play better. And the Panthers are not going to get a great return there, able to get stopped up just inside the 25. Your local, okay, got the game up. Let's go, man. Heck yeah. All right. Boom. So yeah, this right now, 18 dropbacks for the Carolina Panthers. The Rams defense has been able to get 2 sacks and 10 pressures on those 18 drops. First and 10, handoff. Rico Dowdle running hard, picking up 8 yards up the gut. And that is Uncle Rico's best run of the night. So actually, the guy that is replacing the injured offensive lineman Ecom for Carolina is actually a familiar face. If you are a Green Bay Packer fan, that is Josh Nijman, who was in Green Bay for I think 4 seasons. And Rico trying to bounce it to the right side, and he is going to pick up about half a yard on the play. All right, so we got 3rd and 2 coming up here. Bryce in the shotgun. Chuba Hubbard to his right. And looking. Dumping it underneath, and it's going to be dropped by Hubbard. And that is a big, big mistake right there, man. He had a first down and a lot more. Yeah, man. And those are the things right there, man. Those are the plays that you gotta freaking have. That is the difference. Like when you look at like teams that are great on offense, those are the little plays that lead to the bigger ones. Either the big throw that gets you into the red zone, or is the play that gets you in field goal range, in scoring position. Like, you got to make that catch, man. There's nobody near you. It's not a great punt. It's going to get a good roll here. And it'll roll down inside the 15, down to the 12. We got 3:41 here left in the first half. 3:41. Yeah, Bryce kind of smiling on that throw. I feel like he could have given Chuba a little bit of a better ball. But if you're Hubbard, it is something that I've heard from other quarterbacks. Like I think Rodgers has said this, and JT O'Sullivan, who does like some great content on YouTube, man. So check him out if you don't. Like he's always said that if there's a linebacker that's like kind of like shadowing or kind of covering that running back, you want the running back to head toward the sidelines. Basically, because he catches it, he's stretching that play out, and hopefully he can get. He's going to be able to get to the edge and then turn it up. But if there is not a guy that is going to be able to come down and blow you up, you want to be able to kind of you want to turn that ball upfield just a little bit, not all the way, but you don't want to be heading towards the sidelines. You want to kind of be turning that one up a little bit early. That way, when you catch it, you can go straight to where you're actually already moving to. And I think that's what Bryce was hoping Hubbard was going to do, because he threw that ball a little bit to the inside, and Chuba was still kind of running towards the sideline, so he kind of had to like reach for it, and it just hit his fingertips. So I don't know. That's what I saw. So. Captain Bills took out Damar Hamlin and Terrell Bernard for tomorrow. Yeah, like I don't think, is Hamlin injured, or is he just because I know, like, to be fair, Hamlin has never been like a Pro Bowl All-Pro safety, so I'm just kind of curious if he's out because of performance or is it because of an injury. And then Terrell Bernard, I think he's the guy that got hurt a couple of weeks ago. The last time we did a Bills game, he ended up I think he ended up getting taken out of the game because of an injury. So. All right. The Rams with the ball here. Matthew Stafford, who has been pretty efficient in this game. Pretty efficient. 3:41 on the clock here. plenty of time for the Rams. They got 2 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning if they can get a nice long drive going. Ball at the 12. Hands it off. And Kyron Williams able to get it across the 15. Captain, I don't know. Fair enough. Fair enough. Second and 6. Looking, throws to the left and trying to get it out to Puka. And that's going to be incomplete. 3rd and 6 coming up. And apparently there's another injury to Carolina on the previous drive. They lost their right guard Robert Hunt, who was a Pro Bowler for them. So already before halftime, Carolina has lost 2 of its 5 starting offensive linemen. All right, 3rd and 6. Stafford in the shotgun, and we got a timeout by the Rams. It's going to be number 2 for him. It doesn't really show it on their website. Okay. Gotcha. Interesting. All right, 3rd and 6 here. We got 2 receivers on the right side. Devontae alone, 1-on-1. Stafford looking his way deep down the field. He's going! Overthrows a wide open Devontae Adams who had about a step and a half on the defender. I mean, that is as open as you can get in the NFL, man. He has like 2 steps on him, man. Yep, Stafford, hands on helmet. He knew he missed that one. I mean, if he gets it to Adams in stride, he may not go all the way. Adams is fumble, and it's recovered by the Rams. Trevor Etienne unable to handle the punt. Did it just bounce off of his face mask? The Rams recover it, and they're going to get it in Carolina territory. Oh, my gosh, dude. The Panthers are... Yep. Just smacked him right in the face. Wow. Carolina's second turnover. Bryce threw a pick earlier in the game, and now Trevor Etienne unable to handle the punt. It bounces off of his face mask, and it's recovered by the Rams. Uh-oh. Uh-oh is correct. Etienne on the bench there saying, F me. Let's just say that. I'll censor it. Yep. All right. Rams back on offense here. Ball at the 41 of Carolina. Stafford hands it off. Blake Corum with a nice run, getting it down to the 35. A gain of 6. Dave, it says he has a pec injury. What is that? Pec? It's a upper arm, right? Oh no, sorry, pec. Basically like right here. Sorry, man. I don't know why I was like arm. But yeah, basically the pec right here, right here. Yeah, it's gonna be tough to tackle people when you have a messed up pec. It's gonna be a run to the left, and Blake Corum spinning his way for a first down to the 26. And that's gonna take us to the 2-minute warning here in Carolina. The Rams marching with a chance to make this a 24-7 lead, potentially before the half. The Rams have been able to take advantage of one Carolina turnover. We'll see if they can take advantage of their second. Let's go. Sorry, I'm still laughing at myself for thinking the pec was in the upper arm. Can you tell I did not go to school for medicine or for anatomy? That you did. I know you guys are laughing. Don't laugh at me, all right? I can hear you through the camera, all right? So this is a two-way thing. Yeah, so far in this first half, the Panthers went for it on fourth down on their opening drive, did not get it, turned the ball over on downs. That helped set up the Rams to score their first touchdown. Next, what was looking like their best drive of the game it ends with a Bryce Young interception by Durant. And now, look, just as they're about to get the ball back, potentially getting a little bit closer, they scored their first touchdown on the previous drive. Now they were able to get a great stop against the Rams deep in their own territory. It looks like they were going to get the ball somewhere around the 40, and instead, once again, a botched fair catch by ETN there gives the Rams a great opportunity to have their biggest lead of this game, potentially a 3-possession lead if they can score a touchdown and go up by 17. All right, we got 1st and 10 here. Ball at the 26. Stafford play action. Sets up a screen on the left side. Gets it out to the 25. And that is going to be Kyren Williams getting it down across the first down marker. Gain of 11. But we do have a flag. Oh. Yep. It's going to be on the Rams here, the illegal block in the back. All right, we got 1st and 20, ball back at the 36. Stafford in the shotgun, running back to his left. Hands it off, and Williams able to get it for a gain of nearly 7 yards there. And the Panthers are going to use their first time out here, trying to get the ball back before the half ends here. We got 1:46 left in this second quarter. 1:46. Stafford in the shotgun. Another handoff up the gut, and that one is going to be good for only a yard on the play. Whoa! Oh! Oh! Oh boy! We got a little chippiness. We got a little chippiness. There we go. Some passion. I like it, man. That was Scrunton getting his helmet nearly taken off by a Rams player. Carolina uses their second timeout here. David looking a little chippy there for a second. I know, man. I was about to say, like, oh, we're going to get a fight too. First playoff game, first playoff fight. Let's go. All right, 142 here, 3rd and 12. Stafford looking. Throws it over the middle, and he gets it out to his tight end, Tyler Higbee. But he's going to be about 3 yards shy after a pickup of 9. Hold up. Whew. I thought I'd spare you the loud sneeze on that one. All right, so Carolina did use their final timeout here, but the Rams are keeping the offense out there. It is 4th and 3, so they might be just trying to get Carolina to jump off sides. And the Rams do have one final timeout to burn here, so if the clock gets a little too low. Let's see here. No, they snapped the ball. Looking, Stafford rolling to his right. Unable to get it to Higbee. And the old man Stafford unable to get the wheels turning. And the Rams, instead of just kicking the field goal to go up by 13, they risk the biscuit and they get burned. Carolina, their defense, able to return the favor of their offense early in the first half. Turn the ball over on downs, and now they're able to force the Rams offense to turn the ball over here. And your local, dang right. All right, Carolina. See what they can do. No timeouts. 1:31 on the clock. Ball just inside their own 20. Handed off to Rico Dowdle, and he is just brought down there by Jared Verse. Uncle Rico unable to get anything going here. All right, Young in the shotgun, running back to his left. 3 receivers on the right side. Throws it deep down the field, and it's going to be incomplete. And there it is, a late flag, and it's going to be on Quentin Lake. We'll see. So the announcers are saying that was uncatchable. I don't think so. Quentin definitely slowed him down, basically grabbed him. And I think it's more of like he did not get, like it was close enough where he would have had at least a chance to almost catch that one. So I think that was, I think that's what the refs were looking at right there. All right. So 1st and 10, and they're going to be all the way to the 47 here. Carolina looking, throws it. He's got a man to the 30, 25, 20, and that is Coker getting it into the red zone of the Rams. Gets out of bounds, stopping the clock with 53 seconds left. And just like that, Carolina went from their own 19 And now they're inside the Rams 20 after a pass interference and a big play down the left sidelines. Woo! Offense, man, it comes at you fast. 1st and 10, 5 receiver set, 3 to the left. Sorry, 3 to the right. Quick throw, and it's going to be incomplete. Xavier Legette was about a step away from being able to snatch that one and bring it into the end zone. I think if Bryce just held on to that one just a second longer, man, like half a second longer, just give it a beat. Just give it a beat. And I think Legette would have gotten that one. Good coverage, though. Good coverage. Okay, Carolina, I see you. Ronald! Hi. How you doing, dude? It's good to see you. And we got 2nd and 10. Bryce looking, throws, lofts one up to the left side, and unable to get it out to Uncle Rico. It's actually a pretty good throw by Bryce. Rico just didn't really turn it back in time to make an adjustment on that one. So I know Carolina's trying to be using the sidelines here. I'll see if the middle is open. All right, they got 3 receivers bunched up on the right. Bryce in the shotgun. Pressure, steps up in the pocket. He's going to take off and run. He's to the 5. And touchdown, Bryce Young! Let's go, baby. Carolina. Woo! It was just Bryce and Landman unable to bring down one of the more underrated athletic quarterbacks in the NFL, man. Bryce doesn't really get to run as often as you would think, but man, dude, he's got some wheels. He's got some wheels. There we go, man. Carolina offense able to make the Rams offense pay for not converting on 4th down. Fitzgerald's kick is good. And and just like they have for most of the season, Carolina, it's not been pretty, man. But they have made this game close, and they're just lingering around. TD, let's go. Yo, your local, what's going on? That was on the DB. The angle took was extremely 100%. 100%. And I think they said it was a Nate Lenman, who was a linebacker. So definitely, yeah, linebacker. Even though Lenman is pretty dang quick. Bryce is just a freaking fast man. He's freaking fast. Can't remember what he ran in the combine. It doesn't really matter because typically you're not going to be able to get that long of a stride. But Bryce, he's got wheels, man. 37 seconds left. We got ourselves a freaking game, man. Little sweep kick. It's going to be caught on the bounce. And, it looks like Fitzgerald unable to get that ball into the landing zone. So if you're going to kick the ball short and make it bounce, it needs to bounce just at the 20 or just inside the 20. And it looks like it landed right at the 21, man. Just a yard. And that is the difference between potentially bringing down the Rams probably inside their own 20 to now they get the ball at the 40. All right, 1st and 10. Stafford in the shotgun. Running back to his right here. Stafford throws, gets it out to Devontae Adams, who's going to be in Carolina territory. Ball at the 47-yard line. Yeah, that's a busted coverage on Brett. Yeah, man. think they were trying to do a little bit of a QB spy with Lenman, who was still. I think they were trying to do like a half measure, stay in coverage a little bit, but keep an eye on Bryce. And unfortunately, Bryce a little too quick for the linebacker there, man. All right, 31 seconds left. The Rams did use their final timeout here. All right, ball at the 46 here, so Stafford, time, throws to the left, and unable to get it to Puka Nacua. I think Stafford, either Stafford missed on that one or he wanted Puka to take that one just a little bit further up the field. I think he might have been trying to guide him to turn it up because I don't think the safety was ready for that one because there was nobody over the top. 2nd and 10. Stafford takes a snap, looks, pressure, gets it out, and that's going to be incomplete. The ball might have been tipped at the line. Ooh. And Matthew Stafford looks like he might have hurt that right hand there. It might have hit. Ooh. Yep. And it looks like he hit the arm of Wonnum, the defender that was putting a little bit of pressure in Stafford's face. Third and 10. Stafford, time, throws to the right. He's got a man, and Puka drops it. It goes in and out of his hands. Nacua is a little slow to get up, but I think it's more of a disappointment. Oh my gosh, dude. That is a potential touchdown if he is able to haul that one in, dude. So with that, they're gonna have to punt this one away. They would even if Puka doesn't get into the end zone, if he's tackled inbounds, they would have probably had enough time to maybe, spike the ball here. They try to kick a field goal, but man. All right, we got 8 seconds left, and Carolina's just going to take a knee. The Rams do get the ball to start the second half. So it looks like Sean McVay is consoling Puka Nacua there on the old sidelines. Puka doesn't usually drop. Oh, absolutely not, man. That is a rare drop. That's why I was like, what the heck just happened? Like for a second there, I was like, did that ball get deflected? Was that ball what was going on? Because yeah, man, Puka. And to be fair, it looks like the ball was dropping on him a little bit earlier. I think he was expecting to kind of catch it right here instead of having to come back for it or slow down. So I think that might have thrown him off. But still, man, that's one he catches. Like Puka is one of those guys that it's more common for him to make a wild one-handed or just a crazy catch than it is to drop a gimme. I was like, ooh. So, all right, man. We are at halftime, and what was looking like a potential blowout. At one point, the Rams had a 14 to nothing lead in the second quarter. After that, man, it's been the Rams 3, Carolina 14. It's going to be a close one, man. This is what I was hoping for, man. This is what I was hoping for. But let me know in the chat, man. Anything that's caught you off guard, anything surprising you, let me know. Let me know. And I mentioned it, man. I mentioned it before when I think it was right after the Rams' first touchdown. I said it. They start out fast, but it's the middle of the game where they start to get out of rhythm. They start to go a little. They start to do a little bit, trying to do too much, and they overthink it and they struggle. And that's what we're seeing right now, man. Anyway, I'm surprised the Rams slowed down so quickly. Oh yeah, yeah, man. I like once again after that, going up 14 to nothing, man. It looks like they were gonna run away with it. And then the Panthers, man, just coming alive in that middle to late part of the second quarter. So yeah, with the Rams, man, it's been the case. I don't want to say for the most of the season, but a good chunk of their games, man. The middle part, the second quarter, or and going a little bit into the third is where they struggle. I don't know what it is. The offense just kind of goes cold for a couple drives, and then they start to heat up again late in the game. Yeah, let's check out the old stats here. Let's see where we're at. So we got Matthew Stafford, 10 for 17, 134, one touchdown, no picks, no sacks either. Kyron Williams, 7 for 37, and Blake Corum, actually pretty efficient as well, 9 for 35. Puka Nakua, leading receiver by a mile. He actually has more catches than everybody else combined. He's got 6 catches, 63 yards. Wait, is that correct? Let me see here. Hold on. Okay. And it says 1 touchdown. I don't think that is correct. Oh, okay. Sorry, they got Puka. His second touchdown was a run. So that's why. Okay. Yeah, Devontae was held to just 1 catch for 14 yards on that one, on that first half. Yeah, like Tyler Higbee, Parkinson's, Adams, those are the guys that have caught either 1 pass or have at least have targets. They have a combined 4 catches and a combined 7 targets. Puka Nakua has 6 catches to 10 targets. So more than everybody else on the team combined at this point. And then Bryce Young, 11 of 20, 151, 0 touchdowns, does have that 1 pick. And Chuba Hubbard, 4 for 17 on the day. Rico Dowdle, not very efficient, 4 for 9. And the top 2 receivers for the Panthers, Jalen Coker, 4 for 70 yards. And Tataroa McMillan, 3 for 49. Yeah, so some big plays by those guys. The Rams on third down, 1 for 6. The Carolina Panthers, 3 for 6. Actually at 50%. Yeah, otherwise, everything else is basically the same. The Rams do have 5 penalties for 50 yards compared to the Panthers, 2 for 15. And that's kind of been the biggest difference right there, man. That bad pass interference call, or not a bad call, just a bad penalty by the Rams there to set up the Carolina Panthers on their second touchdown drive. So, yeah, man, it's a lot of self-inflicted wounds for the Rams late in the second quarter that kind of got Carolina back into it, and then Carolina with some turnovers, man, 2 turnovers for the Panthers, and each time the Rams have been able to make some points out of those turnovers. But yeah, man, holy cow, man, we got 5 people still watching. Let's freaking go, man. I appreciate you guys. Thank you, thank you. But yeah, let me know. Let me know what you thought of this first half so far, man. And let me know who do you think is going to be able to pull it off, man. Now that you kind of see these teams kind of feeling each other out, throwing a couple haymakers at each other, what do you think is going to happen in the second half? Let me know. Yeah, so I usually like to, especially for some of our new viewers, I usually try to give you guys like 1 or 2 things for each team that I think is going to help them get back into it, take the lead, or potentially just win the game. And I think for the Carolina Panthers, I'll start with them. They're the home team. They need to be able to. The 2 things they need to do is one, stop the turnovers offensively or on special teams or whatever it is. Protect the ball. Do that first. And second of all, they need to be able to run the ball, whether that's with their running backs, Uncle Rico, Hubbard, or Bryce Young. They just need to be able to run the ball. They need to be able to slow down and eat up some clock, keep that Rams offense off the field because they will eventually get hot in the second half, and you don't want to give them extra opportunities. So protect the ball, run the ball. Simple as that. Eat up as much clock as you can. And for me, I think the Rams defense right now, they're going to give them opportunities. That's not the issue. I think the Rams defense this game, not going to be at its best. So you got to make sure that you don't give them options to be able to kind of take the ball away from you if you're the Carolina Panthers. So I said 17-23 Panthers, and it's close to that. There you go, man. So Carolina is going to have to kick 3 field goals in this second half and then hold the Rams to 0. It's possible. It's possible. And then for the Rams, they need to get their offense back on track. I think Puka Nacua is getting open. Stafford's throws have been a little bit off. So they need to get Adams involved, and I think they just need to get their entire offense going in the passing game because like they're not going to be able to run the ball as well as they had been able to against some of the worst teams or some of the other teams in the NFL. I think Carolina is a really good defense. I mentioned it before. I think they're really good at stopping the run, and their secondary, they do give up chunk plays, but they are stingy, if that makes sense. So if you're the Rams, you need to get your best players open, and you need to get them in rhythm. Stafford needs to get into rhythm. Adams, Puka Nacua need to get back into making plays. And because right now, I don't think the Rams are going to be able to run the ball against this Carolina team. So that's the first thing. Get the passing game going. And finally, for the Rams defense, they need to get pressure on Bryce Young. When they were getting pressure on him in the first quarter, we saw what happened. 0 points, mistakes, a lot of punts. Since then, almost no pressure on Bryce Young. He's been able to break the pocket, buy some time, get the ball out quickly as well. And you're starting to see Carolina start making plays. So they need to be able to get some pressure on Bryce Young, force him to move, force him to get rid of the ball where he doesn't want it. So that's what I think needs to happen. Rams also got to stop trying to do too much. Yeah. True. Yeah, man. But it's been a fun game, man. I'm not gonna lie. It's been a freaking fun game. I didn't want to blow out. I didn't want a low scoring game. And right now, 31 points. Some good defense, some turnovers, some good stops, some good football, man. I know Carolina coming into this game that we're getting a lot of flack. Some of it or most of it warranted, but I think people are focused on the record and how they got to the playoffs instead of the fact that they were able to put themselves in that position to be able, even with losing to Tampa Bay, they were still the favorite to make the playoffs because they still needed some help, or they got some help from a team. So that was the big difference, man. Carolina was able to make the playoffs in two different ways. First one, they couldn't get it. The second way, they got in. And that's not an accident, man. So Carolina, I think they were one of the better teams, or probably the best team in that NFC South, especially over the last 2 months. But, yeah. All right, third quarter underway. Fitzgerald kicking this one, and it'll be downed in the end zone for a touchback. Your local, I think the Panthers need to be consistent on defense. 1 second, they're good. The next, they're leaving guys wide open. Got to stop that. 100%? 100% agree with you. Yeah, because it was, third and 18. Stafford able to get it to, I think it was Tyler Higbee for 30-plus yards. And then that Puka Nacua, if he doesn't drop that, best case scenario, you tackle him inside the 10. They're maybe able to kick a field goal. But he was open. 1st and 10, play action, throws to the right, gets it out to Davante Adams, and he drops the pass, unable to handle it. Mike Jackson, not Adoree. Mike Jackson, great freaking coverage, fighting Adams all the way to the ground and was able to force him to drop it before he was able to be down there. Look at that, man. Great active hands by Jackson. Love it. 2nd and 10. Stafford, pressure up the gut, lost one up, and it's going to be incomplete. Trying to get it to Davante Adams again, and great freaking coverage by Carolina. Might have been able to get picked off there by J.C. Horn. Yeah, once again, there's pressure in his face. Look at that, dude. Stafford kind of had to throw that one, loft that one up, put some air under it because he couldn't really step into it. And then J.C. Horn able to just slap that one away. All right, 3rd and 10. Ball to 35. Stafford throws to the right, throws it underneath, and once again targeting Adams. Again, this one too low, incomplete. 3 passes, but all 3 of them to Davante Adams, and 0 catches. Yep, 3rd and 18 to Higbee for 38. Holy cow, man. That's a chunk right there, man. It's almost half the freaking field. All right, punt is away. It'll be fair. Oh, Jesus. It'll be fair caught near the 12, and I've... Was that ETN again? And that was Trevor Etienne bobbling that fair catch. Once again, they hit him in the freaking face mask. Dog, what are you doing? He didn't fumble it, but it literally glanced off of his face mask, but it literally landed right in his arms, luckily. But Jesus. He's trying to catch it too close to himself. He's not trusting. He's not trying to catch it with his hands. He's trying to catch it with his body. All right, 1st and 10 here for the Panthers back at their ball at the 13. Bryce gets away from pressure. He's going to take off and run across the 20 and slides near the 22. There we go, man. Young has been able to find some room to run. All right, 2nd and 1 here. Young under center. Hands it off to Chuba Hubbard. Breaks a couple tackles. Gets the 1st down. He picks up nearly 6 yards on there. So again at 5. All right, we got 1st and 10. Bryce in the shotgun. Fakes the handoff. Pressure. Tries to get it to Tetaroa McMillan over the middle. But way too much pressure. Captain, I believe the Rams landed in CLT. Ooh, all right. All right, we got 2nd and 10. Bryce looking. Pressure. Roll out to the left. And he's going to throw it away. Smart decision, man. Just throw it away. It's 2nd down. You got a 3rd down play. Don't try to force it into coverage. All right, your defense is playing well. You do want to score, obviously, but just throw it away. Just throw it away. All right. 3rd and 10, ball at the 28-yard line. Young under center. 1 second on the play clock. Gets the snap. Rams pressure. Gets it out to, I believe that is going to be Tetaroa McMillan with a big catch. 1st down, Carolina. Sorry, the little audible by by Young was very, very funny. I don't know, but heck of a throw, great freaking catch, tight coverage, man. But the rookie able to make a great catch. 4 catches, 65 yards. Got 1st and 10. Hubbard up the gut, and he is good for a gain of 4. Captain, yep, CLT. Right on. Heck yeah. Your local, what a catch. 100% agree with you, my man. All right, we got 2nd and 5. Young under center. Hubbard alone in the backfield, and he's got a single receiver on the left. Gets it out to Hubbard, breaks a tackle behind the line, but is going to be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. So 3rd and 5, ball still at the 49 of their own territory. All right, clock is running. It is at 11:25, 11:24, 11:23, 11:22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, if you want to sync this game up with us. All right, we got 3rd and 5. Young in the shotgun, and they able to get the Rams to jump offside. Free play, throw it up, and it's going to be incomplete. But the Rams jumped offside on 3rd and 5, and that'll be a first down. I like it, man. I like it. I like what Carolina's doing right now. Packers landed at Midway, 49ers and Philly, Chargers, PVD. Heck yeah, man. All right, we got 1st and 10, Young under center. Hands it off to Hubbard again, and he fights for an extra yard, setting it's going to be a gain of 3, maybe 4 on the run. And Carolina's doing exactly what I said at halftime, man. Run the ball, run the ball. Eat up this clock. Keep that Rams offense off the field. Second and 6. Young dumps it underneath to Hubbard. Nice little screen. And he is going to be very close to a first down. I think he got it on the second effort. Gain of 7. And the Panthers, man, just keeping the chains moving. Great job, great job. Great blocking down the field. Oh, Jesus. Oh, man. Somebody got absolutely wiped out by an offensive lineman on that one. Who was that? Oh, that was Kitchens. Dude, that offensive lineman probably outweighs him by at least 120 pounds. All right, 1st and 10, ball at the 35 of Los Angeles. The run, Hubbard again diving for a gain of 2. Captain Texans landed at Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. There we go. Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting matchup, man. Literally, arguably the best defense in the NFL, if not at least for sure one of the elite defenses in Houston, going up against that Pittsburgh offense. Captain Ball. The Panthers have the ball, my dude. And it's going to be a run to the right side, and that is going to be good for only about a yard. 3rd and 7 coming up. All right, let's see what Carolina does, man. They've been 2 for 2 on 3rd down. Ball at the 32. Young in the shotgun, takes the snap, has a little bit of time, gets it out to, looks like one of his tight ends, but he's going to be about 2 yards shy of the first down. So 4th and 2 coming up. All right, let's see what Carolina does here, man. It's windy in this game. Very, very windy. But they are going to send Fitzgerald out there to try to tie this one up. "46-yarder. Kick is good." There it is. The Panthers, man, after being down 14-0 about midway through the second quarter almost, have been able to go on a 17-3 run against the Rams to tie this one up midway through the third quarter. We got 7:29 in the third here. 7:29. Let me see here. I want to see how long that drive was by Carolina. That was that had to have been at least 6 minutes, 7 minutes. Yeah, that was a 13-play, 59-yard drive that went for 7 minutes and 8 seconds, taking up nearly half of the third quarter. Let's see if they can do what the Texans did at the end of last week's game with the TD. True. See if they can. It was 14 Rams. What's happening, LA? I don't know, man. Like I said, the Rams, they're in the middle of the games, man. They start out fast. They start to slow down. They start to struggle. They're out of sync for a little bit. And then in the fourth quarter, that's when they start to turn it on again, usually. So if you're Carolina, man, you gotta hit them hard here in the third quarter. You gotta come away with at least a touchdown. At least. So you already got the field goal, man. If you can get a touchdown here, maybe get the ball one more time heading into the fourth quarter, even if it's a field goal, man, I think that's going to be huge, huge for them. You don't want to be tied up with the Rams in the fourth quarter, because they'll start picking up big chunks. Do you know what PVD stands for? You're not going to believe it. Yeah, let me know. I can't think of anything. It's going to be a decent return by Rivers. There we go, man. Woo. I always dislike stats like right here. This says 14 net yards since 137 in the second quarter. I was like, well, yeah. They didn't really get the ball back in the rest of the second quarter, and they only had 3 plays in this quarter. So yeah, it's like, I don't know. It just makes it seem like they're like as if the Rams have been on the field for like 5 drives. It's going to be a run up the gut. Picks up about 3. Oh, holy cow, man. I completely forgot to talk about the coaches that got fired in the NFL. There's 8 freaking coaches that got let go. Right, 8 or no, 6. No. Hold on. 2nd and 7 here. Stafford pressure throws, and it's going to be overthrown. Trying to get it out to Puka Nacua in tight coverage. And Carolina's defense right now, especially that secondary, playing pretty dang good. Have been able to get pressure on Stafford, force him into making some rushed, inaccurate throws. And when the ball has gotten up, the coverage has been really good. So I'm trying to remember. Yeah, I think 8 coaching hires are going to be coming by next season. So we do have a Carolina Panther down on the ground. Looks like Churlis. Stands for Providence, Rhode Island. The airport name is TFG. We know one Mike McDaniel. Yeah, Mike got fired. John Harbaugh got fired after 17 seasons as their head coach? 18, I think. Yeah, Mike McDaniel got let go. I'm trying to think here. There's a bunch of coordinators too that got let go. Kingsbury got let go by the Commanders, which is really weird because last year, there was talks of him getting a head coaching job again, and then just how quickly things go from this guy's going to get a head coaching job to this guy is not going to be our offensive coordinator anymore. So yeah, so let me see here. So Miami is going to be looking for a coach. Baltimore is going to be looking for a coach. Stefanski got fired from the Browns, which I'm not too surprised about. But I think Stefanski has a chance to find a head coaching job in this cycle. I think if he doesn't, I think it's going to be more of he's going to be waiting for something better to potentially open up. I'm trying to think here. Who else? Oh, yeah. The Raiders have an opening. The Giants, obviously, Dable got fired months ago at this point. Raheem Morris got let go. And then Gannon over there in with Arizona got let go as well. Why did Baltimore fire Harbaugh? It's clearly not his fault. They're not in. I think it's more to do with. I think they want to go younger. They want to go with somebody else. I think that's really what it is. And I think at the same time, they know that with Lamar, they have a limited window. They need a little bit of a spark. I think Harbaugh is he's still a good coach, but I think the Ravens were looking towards the future. Throws over the middle, finds Devontae Adams, and he will get it near the 50. Rosenboom on the coverage, and that is a linebacker, a really good linebacker, going up against a future Hall of Fame receiver. That is a mismatch all freaking day. I feel like I'm missing somebody else. Who else got let go? All right, 1st and 10, ball at the 48 of Carolina. It's going to dump it underneath, and that's going to be incomplete, trying to get it to Puka Nacua. This time, Rosenboom says, no. Fool me once. Shame on you. Fool me twice. Can't get fooled again. George Bush, anybody? And Stafford gets hit again. It looks like. Or is that a replay from the first half? I don't know. It's always tough to tell. All right, 2nd and 10. Stafford dumps it underneath to Kyron Williams, and he is going to be wrapped up. As a heck of a tackle there by Smith. Was able to get a hold of Kyron's leg, and he did not let go. Still picked up 5 yards, but could have been a lot more. Captain, Falcons, Cardinals. There we go. There we go. David, strike. Oh, yes. Fool me once, strike one. Fool me twice, strike 3. That's the office, right? Throws to the right. He's got a man in it. Oh, Jesus. Oh, no. Oh, no. Adams is down, but he is, well, trying to get back up. That's going to be a freaking flag. Woo. Yeah, Devontae Adams is literally trying to put his mouth guard back into his mouth, and he is not able to. Like, you can tell he's got the Tweety birds flying around right now. Woo! That was a heck of a hit, dude. Is it what? Let's see here. Did he lead with his helmet, and did he target? Oh, man. That is tough. That is tough. Yeah. Yeah. His helmet makes contact with Adams' face mask. That's going to be a penalty every time. So, it's going to be a flag, and ooh, Devontae Adams with a bloody lip. Got some red popping. Woo. David, yes. Captain Mickey Mouse, Tweety. All right, we got 5:11 on the clock here. 5:11 in the third quarter. Luckily, I'm able to laugh a little bit because, yeah, for a second there, dude, I thought Adams was like out. That would have freaking sucked. All right, 1st and 10, ball at the 29 here after the penalty. It's going to be a run to the right, and Kyron able to get skinny and picks up about 4 or 5 there. Your local, I felt that hit. Damn, what a shot. Yeah. That was like I said, it wasn't. It could have been a lot worse. I feel like Scott tried to legitimately try to find that middle ground of delivering a good hit while not trying to like absolutely decapitate him. But unfortunately, if your helmet makes contact with the face mask or the helmet, it's going to be a flag every time, no matter what. Play action. Stafford trying to set up a tight end screen, and that's not going to work. Incomplete. But yeah, dude, that took me back to like the mid 2000s, man. We're talking about 2004, 2005 when ESPN had that like top 10 biggest hits of the week or whatever. And like it was like legitimately guys just getting laid out, like straight up CTE concussions. Yeah, we don't celebrate that anymore. You know, ESPN is not showing that anymore. 3rd and 6, low snap. Stafford throws to the left. He's got a man. Tight coverage. Incomplete. Trying to get it to Puka Nacua in the end zone. And it'll be 4th and 6. Dude, Mike Jackson, dude, number 2, has been great the last quarter since like second quarter into this third one, man. He has been phenomenal. Captain Mickey Mouse, yes, there was 8 coaches fired, like Falcons, Cardinals, Dolphins, Ravens. I don't know who the others are. Mevis, right down the middle, man. Mavis, not the butthead. There we go. All right, man. The Rams back up, back on top, 20-17. Your local. This was the other problem I forgot to mention: the unnecessary penalties on Carolina. So you're saying they shouldn't be penalized, or it's just that's what like the unnecessary roughness penalties? Yeah. Yeah, Carolina, like I think they only had two penalties in the first half. I think it was 2 for 15. The Rams had 5 for 50, but now it seems like it's getting a little bit closer. I think we've seen the Rams get penalized twice now in this second half. So, sorry, I think I said the Rams. I think we've seen the Panthers get penalized twice here in the second half. It's the worst thing about wearing a hat, man. Like the ears get itchy. All right, man. So we're still in the commercial break. We're not missing a thing. The UFL starting on March 27th. I thought about doing the UFL last year, but I don't know, man. It was a little bit more difficult to get the games, and on top of that, I just wasn't sure how interested people would be with that league. So I don't know. Maybe one day we'll do a game. Maybe like just like one game a week with them, or something like that. Maybe every other week, but I don't know. But yeah, during the off season, I'm gonna be definitely focusing more on the more, I don't want to say bite sized content, but obviously not live streams or like live play by play reactions. I'll be trying to do some more of it's not a film room stuff for you guys and things like that. Try to give you guys some different kind of content, and try to get trying to get myself better at editing videos, man, because it takes forever. All right, so it was a decent return there by Xavier. So Carolina, your local, I'm saying they got penalized too. Oh, gotcha. I see. Take the Saints game for example. Flags on the Saints drive that lead to the game winner, and one of those flags was on, believe Horn for roughness on Shaw. Oh, gotcha. You're talking about overall. Gotcha. Yeah, I'm trying to think. What was the last Carolina game that we did? Oh, it was the Tampa Bay one. But did we do? I feel like we did one more Carolina game. It was besides the Green Bay one, but maybe I'm wrong. All right, we got first and 10. Bryce in the shotgun, three receivers on the right side. Dumps it underneath to Uncle Rico, who is going to be good for about 5, maybe 6 there. All right, I like what Rico did there, man. Fighting for some yardage. Second and 4, ball at the 48. Rico trying to bounce it to the right side, and it's going to be brought down for a no gain on the play. Third and 4 coming up. Looks like Emmanuel Forbes, the corner for the Rams, made the tackle, but his hobbling off the field there. All right, there's a big third down here for Carolina. 3rd and 4. They're just on the other side of the 50 there in Rams territory. They need to come away with some points here. A little bit of pressure over the middle, and it's going to be incomplete. Tight coverage by the Rams defense. McCreary able to break that one up. Oh, man. Yeah, it looks like Bryce was either a little late with the throw or the ball was just a little bit behind, being able to basically giving McCreary a chance to make a play on the ball. Oh, Carolina's going for it. 5 receivers set. 4th and 4. Pressure. Able to get out of it. Nope. Maybe. Throws it down the field. Incomplete. Turnover on downs. Nobody coming back to help out Bryce there. Trying to give him a wide open. Everybody was down the freaking field. And that was Braden Foskey basically collapsing the pocket there, forcing Bryce to roll out to his right. All right. For the second time today, the Panthers turned the ball over on downs. Captain, Ravens, Cardinals, Vegas, Browns, Falcons, Dolphins, Jonathan Gannon, Pete Carroll. Gotcha. Okay. So yeah, there's the 6 there, and then obviously if you add Dable to that, dude, I'm trying to remember, man. There has to be one more coach that got fired. Was it the Titans coach? Okay, there you go. Titans. Yep. Gotcha. Okay, so yeah, 8 teams, man. So the Giants and the Titans, they fired their coach in the season. Everybody else fired their coach after I was gonna say after Sunday, but actually Raheem Morris was fired on that day. I don't even think he got a chance to get back to the office and like even settle in. They're just like, no, you don't need to go to your office. We already have your stuff outside. You can go. You can get out. But yeah, then hardball. Let me see. Gannon, Pete Carroll, and Stefanski were fired, I think, on that Monday. I think maybe hardball was fired the next day, and then McDaniels just, what was it, like 2 days ago he got let go? But yeah, man. I'm trying to think here, man. Of those guys, I think Stefanski has the best chance to be a head coach again within this cycle. 1st and 10. Stafford hands it off. Blake Corum trying to get something going, and he does. Picks up about 7. And they are going to be in Carolina territory. No problem. Thank Google for that. Thank you, Google. So yeah, Stafford was 10 for 15, and then after he hit his hand, he has gone 2 for 11. Play action, rolling to his left, and pressured, sacked, back at the 45, and down goes Stafford for the first time tonight. That was a heck of a hit there by Gibson. That is a textbook tackle right there. Look at this. Wraps him up and then doesn't drive him to the ground, but gently, ungently brings him down. Ooh. All right, we got 3rd and 12 here. Stafford takes the high snap, has a little bit of time, throws it, and it's intercepted! And Mike Jackson, who I mentioned has been having a great game so far, gets the first turnover for the Panthers, and they are going to be near that midfield range there in that second third of the field. I love it. You're local? Damn. Look at this stunt right here. The big man over the middle, able to loop around, gets open, forcing Stafford once again to get the ball. Kind of almost throws it blind. Kind of just trusting that Davante Adams is going to be open. Unfortunately, Stafford underthrows it, and Mike Jackson just able to pluck that bad boy out of the air. All right, we got 1st and 10. Bryce under center. Hands it off to Chuba Hubbard. Tries to break a tackle in the backfield and will be wrapped up after a gain of 1. It could have been a lot worse for the Panthers on that one. Yeah, Matthew Stafford, they said that he was 70% in the regular season. Today he's throwing at 44%. All right, 2nd and 2. Young in the shotgun, running back to his right. He's got 2 receivers split out to the right. He's got some time, and he finds his man to the 40, to the 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, and taken out of bounds near the 8. And that is Jalen Coker. Woo! 1st and goal, Carolina. 17 seconds left in the 3rd. Able to get away from the defender, basically running a little bit of like a dagger / post route. And freaking Bryce Young, man, able to put it right on him. And I think with that, Coker is now over 100 yards on the day. Let me double check that. I told you they're going to win this game. I know it ain't over, but it's looking like it now. Woo! See, Strom, I'm back. Sorry for dipping like that. We've got 5 relatives visiting all at the same time, plus my sister is in too, so things are busy. Hey, no, you're all good, my man. All good. Hey, I just appreciate you popping in here, man. Thank you. And also, trust me, having the relatives over, man, you got to spend time with the family. So I think the clock was running after that play, so it's going to take us to the 4th. But yeah, man, no worries, man. I appreciate you. Always do. We got Captain Mickey Mouse. Holy cow. Puka Nacua caught a 46-yard touchdown from Stafford. Huh? My Fox broadcast is definitely having issues. Screen cutting out occasionally. Oh, man. Yeah, man. Like, mine has been kind of like, it's kind of been glitching, but it hasn't been frequent. Like, the last couple of weeks, man, it was nearly impossible to watch the game, but today it's a little bit better. It only glitches every 5 minutes for maybe 2 seconds. So, see, Strom, I am seeing that score right. Looks a lot closer than it did an hour. 100%, man. 100%. Since the Rams were up 14-0 in the second quarter, since then the Panthers have scored 17-6, and right now they have the ball inside the Rams 10. With a chance to take the lead here with a touchdown. Dahlia, what's going on? Hope you're doing well. Hope your weekend is eventful. I keep popping in and out tonight. It's an exciting game now. 100%. It was gonna be close. I always felt like it was gonna be close, man. Like I said, the Panthers, I feel like they were an underrated team coming into the playoffs. Do I think they can win the Super Bowl? No. But they are a competitive team, man. Captain Mickey Mouse earlier on in this game. I don't think that was a 46-yard touchdown because I think the longest touchdown that he has was, I think it was inside the 20. I'm pretty sure. But somebody double check that if you'd like. I'm pretty sure it was it's 20 yards is still a pretty long touchdown, but I don't think it was 46. All right, we're back here. Fourth quarter, 1st and goal for the Carolina. Play action, rolling out to his right. Gets it out to, Jalen Coker, who gets blown up trying to get some extra yardage. There's going to be a late flag on the play. And I think they're going to get the Rams might have been leading with his helmet. David, sometimes I get pixelation because over the air signal, this is flashing to pure black screen. Oh, yeah. And yeah, I think they're going to get Landman because even though he's kind of through his arms, he clearly made contact first with his head. With his helmet, I should say, not with his head. Sean McVay's like, come on. It's like, what is he supposed to do? Isn't that what we have those for, as weapons? All right, 1st and goal, ball at the 3 after the penalty. Handoff up the gut. Chuba Hubbard gets it in. Touchdown. And that is his 2nd touchdown of the day. We will see because his knee might have hit the ground before he crossed, but it was close. It was close. And just like that, Carolina, believe it or not, despite how good they have been since the 2nd quarter, this is their first lead of the game. But yeah, man, hopefully the screen gets better for you, David. Captain Mickey Mouse, Dave, that TD, I'm talking about the Rams first TD. Okay, gotcha. Double check the yardage on that touchdown catch, man, because I don't think it was 46 yards, my dude. And look at that, man. The interception and Carolina able to make them pay. The extra point is good. And 14:34 left in the game, and the Panthers have taken the lead for the first time tonight. Seastrom, Panthers have the lead. Yes, they do. Your local, what's going on? And yes. Heck yeah. It says 46, really? Oh. So this is what I have. This is from ESPN. First touchdown, Puka Nacua, 14 yards from Matthew Stafford. Second touchdown, Puka Nacua, 5 yards rushing. So yeah, I don't see a 46-yarder. I do have a 46-yard field goal by Mevis. And then a 46-yarder by Ryan Fitzgerald as field goals. But yeah. But anyway. Seastrom going to stream the Packer game later? 100%, man. We're doing all the playoff games, baby. We're doing 2 today, 3 tomorrow, and then the 1 on Monday, man. We're getting them all. We're getting them all, baby. Yeah. And then divisional rounds, we're going to do all those. We're going to do the championship, both AFC and NFC. And then, of course, we're going to do the Pro Bowl and no Super Bowl. No, I'm kidding. Honestly, I don't even know where to get the Pro Bowl, honestly. But yeah, and then we're going to finish off the year with the Super Bowl, baby. Your local, I told you they are legit. You were right, my man. I ain't gonna fight you on that one. But yeah, man. You called it, brother. Yeah, you called it. What was you called let me see, let me look back here. Also got the Panthers winning 23-17. All right, the score's a little bit different, but the right team is leading the game right now, so. But yes. Oh, yeah, man, we're definitely going to be doing the Packer game, 100%. What time does that game start, actually? Because we still got a little bit of ways here in the fourth quarter, and we got about 52 minutes before. Yeah. It says it starts at 7 on Prime Video, so hopefully. So we'll do it this way. If this game is starting to get close, and we're talking about like 4 minutes left, I'll end the stream here, and then we'll get the other stream going. But we'll still kind of keep both games I'll keep you updated if they're both going at the same time. But yeah, I think that's what we're gonna have to do if these games start to get a little too close to each other. So, oops, it says 14 earlier. Yep, there we go. I'm only a few points wrong. That was a solid. Oh heck yeah, man! I think honestly, man, if you get the Carolina Panthers winning this game, I think we'll give you a mulligan on the score, my man. Because I don't think many people had the Rams losing, and it's gonna be an end around to Puka Nacua. Nice breaking some tackles, and picks up about 5 yards there along the right sideline. Oh, hold up, let me move the ball over. Second down for the Rams here. Make sure you get dinner during halftime. Absolutely, man. I did have a breakfast well, I got it from work. I got a breakfast sandwich and some hash browns. So I did eat before because I knew I was like, And then I've been drinking coffee. We got 13:55. Stafford play action. Throws it over the middle. Devontae Adams to the 45, to the 40, and gets out of bounds near the 39 of Carolina. The Rams moving the chains here. But Seastrom, I appreciate you, man. The amount of times you've seen me be like, oh man, I'm starving. You're like, this poor guy. You know what the worst thing is, dude? I always have, I'm a snack kind of guy. I like to snack when I'm working. But of course, during the games, I need to buy more snacks. Like granola bars, things like that. But I always eat them before I eat them during the week. So I don't have any during the weekends. Kyron trying to bounce it to the right side, and he's going to be held to about 3 on that one. So, I don't know. Just going to have a stash somewhere. Olive Garden's got new items that I'm currently trying. It's Cambrian shrimp. Ooh. It's spicy, but good spice. Warming and not burning my mouth. There we go. That's the best kind, man. Has to be flavorful. All right. 2nd and 8. Stafford throws. Finds Puka Nacua. And he was going to be about a yard shy of the first down. So 3rd and 1 at the 30. Yeah, that does sound pretty good. Man, I haven't had Olive Garden in forever. Do they still do unlimited breadsticks, or is that no longer? They're like, we can't do it. The economy. 3rd and 1. Stafford pumps, throws, and he's picked. Oh no! Nearly got picked off by Scott. Puka Nacua playing the corner to break up the interception. Ooh. Stafford is just chucking gifts to Carolina's defense right now, man. Somebody needs to tell Matt that Christmas is over. You don't need to get everybody a gift. But that is a game, potentially game-saving play right there by Puka Nacua. Rams are going for it on 4th and 1. Hands it off up the gut, and they get the first down. Gain of 2. Captain, you have time to finish this stream before love. It's gonna be close. Remember, if it's 7 o'clock Central Time right now. It is 6:13, so we're definitely gonna get close. It's gonna be close, but all right. 1st and 10. Another handoff. Williams picks up about 6 or 7 there, right up the gut. Sorry, I'm hyper focused on the game now. I just completely I was like, I should probably speak at some point. But yeah, man, the Rams they're starting to establish the run here, starting to slow things down a little bit. 2nd and 4. Run to the left, and that's going to be another first down run by Kyren Williams, getting it just inside the 20. They have 13 minutes to play, but remember, game time and real time are not always the same thing. There are timeouts, there's incomplete passes, a lot of things that can slow down the game clock right now. And Stafford with a QB sneak on 3rd and short gets the first down. All right, so we got 9:35 on the clock. 9:35 clock is running. All right, ball just shy of the 17. Stafford hands it off to Puka Nacua on the end around to the left, and he is good for a gain of about 4, maybe 5. All right, man. 2nd and 6. Stafford looks, throws. He's got Kyren Williams, and he goes into the end zone. And the Rams have retaken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Nice little angle route there. I always love the angle route, man. I love doing that in Madden or in college football. Especially if you can get it against a linebacker. Ooh. And Mevis, not a butthead, able to make that extra point. So remember, able to score a touchdown on this drive. Remember, Stafford nearly threw another pick to Scott, but Puka Nacua able to make a play on it, force the incompletion, gave the Rams a chance to convert on 4th and 1. They did, and they ended this drive with a touchdown. Otherwise, if Puka Nacua does not make that play, does not get that second effort to try to bat that ball away, we're talking about a turnover. We're seeing Carolina potentially move down the field here. So, arguably the biggest play on that drive had nothing to do with moving the ball down the field. It was just Puka Nacua playing corner, basically. Captain Dave, imagine Bill start Trubisky against Jaguars just in case Allen gets hurt. I'm going to tell you right now, if they do that, I hope they do because it'd be hilarious. They will never do that, but if they did, I'm pretty sure Bills fans would literally travel all the way from Buffalo just to carry Sean McDermott into the nearest lake of water and just throw him in there if they saw that. If Sean is like, yeah, we're not going to start Josh in this playoff game. We're a little concerned he's going to get hurt. I think all of Buffalo would come after that man. Your local, damn it. Hey, got plenty of time, man. I think we got about 8:37, 8:38 on the clock here. Let me see here. 8:47 left in this game, so plenty of time for, honestly, probably a possession or two for each team. If Panthers lose tonight, they get eliminated. Yes, they do. Yep. We're in the playoffs, man. There's no second chances. You lose, you're going home. You're done for the year. No takebacks, nothing. Simple as that, man. It's win or go home. What? Trubisky was good last week. Yeah, but ooh. Yeah. I'm gonna tell you right now, man. Trubisky, he might be. He's a good backup. He's a good backup, but we're talking about Josh Allen, man, a future first ballot Hall of Famer. All right, the kick goes out the back of the end zone for a touchback there. All right, 1st and 10. Bryce under center, single back. Sorry, running back to his right. Pressure, and the play is going to be blown dead here. Might have been a false start on Carolina. Yep. Yeah, it was funny the Jets tried to come back at the end. Yeah, man, the Jets were... Oof. They were weird this year. Just like, to be honest with you, like most teams. There were at times where they looked competent and then just stopped being competent the rest of the way. So, all right, 1st and 10, ball at the 30 here. Rams showing pressure. They send 4, gets it out to Coker, who is only able to get about 3 or 4 yards on the play. All right, 2nd and 11 here. Gets it out to Coker again, and he tries to make a play by reversing field, and actually is going to lose a yard on the play. Instead of trying to go north and south, he tried to go east and west, and bit him in the butt. Lost 2 yards there. 3rd and 13. Jets were trash. Fortunately, they were, man. I think even with the low expectations, I think for Jets fans, they were expecting just a little bit more. Bryce pressured, throws it down the field. He's got a man, And it's incomplete. A great freaking defensive play by Durant. Literally at the last second, able to just punch that ball out of Coker's hands. Look at this. Attacking the ball, man. Oh, actually, no. Actually, no. I mean, there was great coverage. But the ball just kind of squirted. Just kind of went through the hands. I thought Durant was able to actually get a hand in between. Captain. They were that trash? Dang. All right. Fair caught at the 19-yard line. We got 7-14, and the Rams are going to get the ball back here with a chance to stretch this lead just a little bit. Let me double check. I have everything for the next game. We got that. Got that. All right, 1st and 10, handoff to Blake Corum. He gets it across the 20 down near the 24. Second and 6. Stafford play action. Throws it over the middle. Gets it out to Puka Nacua. And that's going to be a 1st down catch. And we got a couple Carolina Panther defenders that might have taken each other out on that one. Oof. Yep. Looks like J.C. Horn and... Who the heck is that? Actually, there was 3 players that took each other out on there, man. Holy cow. And somehow Puka Nacua, despite being the guy that all 3 of them were able to hit, he pops up just fine. And 1st and 10, run to the right side, and Blake Corum able to pick up about 4 yards down to the 45. But we do have a flag in the backfield, and I think this is going to be against the Rams. Yep. Holding. That's going to be on the right guard, Didic. Captain, what about the ball, my dude? The Rams have the ball. Clock is running. We got 5:50 left in the game. 5:50. 1st and 10. Ball at the 29. Stafford throws. Ball is batted up in the air, trying to get it to Adams. It'll be incomplete. Mike Jackson, the man with the interception, and I believe that is going to be his 3rd or 4th pass breakup in this game. dude, Mike Jackson is he's making himself a lot of money in this game. He is playing well. 2nd and 20. Boom. And Blake Corum able to break a couple tackles, but picks up just a few yards on that one. You got 3rd and 17. Oh, it says Panthers has it here on my side. Interesting. We got 3rd and 17. Stafford in the shotgun, running back to his left. He's got a little bit of time, Finds a man underneath, gets it across the 40, down to the 42. And the Rams are going to have to settle for a punt here on 4th and very long. Evans' punt is blocked, and it's recovered by the Rams either way. A heck of a freaking play by the Carolina Panthers. Oh my gosh. Simmons. And that is that Isaiah Simmons? No way. It is Isaiah Simmons. Unfreaking believable, man. The 1st round pick for the Arizona Cardinals, like 4 or 5 years ago at this point? He was with Green Bay during the preseason and the offseason, did not make the roster, and now might have made the biggest play of Carolina's seasons. Quick throw to the left. Titaroa McMillan picks up a 1st down, and they're going to be inside the 15 of the Rams. I got to switch the ball over here. Boom, let's go. 3:55 on the clock. To be honest with you, if you're the Rams, if you were going to punt it away and if the Panthers were going to score a touchdown, it might have been the best thing that you gave them a short field. This way you get the ball back for sure. All right, Bryce in the pistol. Hands it off. Chuba Hubbard up the gut. Moving the pile inside the 10 and down near the 7. The Panthers, man, on the move. David, oh, man. Captain Mickey Mouse, Panthers beat Rams when they played last time. Yep. Yes, they did. Yes, they did. David, throw a pick. 6, Young. That's hilarious. David, you're like, yeah, cool story, Panthers, but just, come on. Just get this over with. Come on. All right, 2nd and 3 here. Young, ball is out and incomplete. 3rd and 3. That was trying to set up a little bit of a bootleg screen there on the right side. But the Rams able to put a lot of pressure. That was a Landman who not only was able to get the pressure on Bryce, he was able to leap in the air and just bat that one away. They blocked the kick. Yes, they did. Whoops, forgot to hit send. I know why it's wrong. It's because I'm using NFL games. Oh, gotcha. 3rd and 3. Bryce looks, lofts one up to the left, and it's a touchdown! Jalen Coker 2:39 left in the game, and the Carolina Panthers have just taken the lead. Woo! Oh, baby. Unbelievable. The Panthers take their second lead of the fourth quarter, and they are literally about 2.5 minutes away from moving on to the divisional round and pulling off one of the biggest upsets of the 2025 NFL season. Fitzgerald's kick is good, and that makes it a 3-point game. Oh, actually, no, sorry. A 4-point game. I forgot. My bad. 31-27. I can do math. I can do math. I can do numbers eventually. And it all started out with Isaiah Simmons' punt block there, man. And Carolina, man, 14 points off of 2 Rams turnovers here in the second half. They were able to get 7 after, who was it? Mike Jackson picked off Matthew Stafford, and now with the blocked punt here, able to score another touchdown. Wow. This is because there's no Panthers emoji. Unbelievable, man. Come on. No emoji for the Panthers, man. Sad kitty. Seastrom, they have the lead again. Yes, they do. All right, the ball keeps falling off the tee, so they're going to get somebody to help out Fitzgerald to keep this one on the tee. Wow. Kick is away. It'll be caught around the 7-yard line. Return to the 20, 25, and taken out of bounds near the 29-yard line, it looks like. All right, man. Matthew Stafford, future Hall of Famer, probably going to be inducted in his first try. Super Bowl champion. Let's see if he can get a comeback here in the fourth quarter against a streaking Carolina team right now, man. They are looking good. 1st and 10, ball at the 29. Stafford in the shotgun, takes the snap, throws it underneath. Puka Nacua picks up about 7 or 8 yards there. Second and 3, another throw, gets it out to Adams. He goes down right away near the 46. And that'll be the final play before the 2-minute warning here. Oh, baby, man. These teams are giving us a freaking show here, man. I got to give the Panthers credit, man. They are playing like the 4th seed. They are playing like the division winners. Captain, what's the second emoji? So we got a ram and we got it's like a lantern. All right. Yeah, so coming into this game, the Rams had scored 241 more points than the Carolina Panthers did in the regular season. 241. Actually, let me look something up. So the Rams played the NFC South this year. How many of those losses are from the NFC South? So they beat the Saints, okay. They beat the Buccaneers. They lost to Carolina. And then they lost to Atlanta. So the Rams win 2-2 against the NFC South, which was considered and probably is the worst division in football. So nearly 2 out of the Rams' 5 losses coming into this game have come against NFC South teams. And if they don't win here tonight, they will finish 12-6, and that will be the 3rd loss against an NFC South opponent. They're 2nd against Carolina. Rams, I told you, Panthers gonna do it. That's fair. Quick throw, gets it out to Adams. Man, cannot make a man miss, but he is going to be good for about 6. All right, clock is running, 1:45. Rams don't really need to rush. They have all 3 timeouts, but you do want to be deep in your opponent's territory. Puka Nacua running hard, basically running his face into the defender's chest. Picks up a big chunk. Getting it down near the 30. Yeah, dude, Puka Nacua is just, he's reckless with his body, man. It terrifies me. 1st and 10, Stafford, quick throw, gets it out, and Adams drops it. It bounces right off of his chest. He was open, man. That would have been 9, if not 10 yards. That might have gotten them another 1st down. But once again, some mistakes by some veteran players here with the Rams. Davante Adams, man, he does look rusty in this game. 2nd and 10. Your local Panthers are the Rams' kryptonite. Might be, man. They might be. Stafford in the shotgun. Looks, throws to the right, gets it out to... Is that Mumfield? Gets it across the 20 down near the 18. Yes, it is. It is the rookie with a big catch. His first catch, and it goes for a 1st down. Gets the Rams in the red zone. 49, 48, 47, 46. This is masterful right now by the Rams. But they need to pay it off. Stafford throws to the right, and it's caught! Is that a touchdown? Touchdown, Parkinson! Wow, a back shoulder throw. Parkinson's able to get some separation from the defender and gets it into the end zone. And that is the only good thing is that they gave Carolina a chance. Let's see here. Does he get... I think he's in bounds. I think the ball had crossed the plane. And if you're Carolina, you want this to be a touchdown at this point because you don't want them to just be able to run a play or two to even whittle this down even further or use your timeouts. Damn, that was a hell of a drive by the Rams. Eating up most of the clock. 38 seconds left. Sorry, 38 seconds left. Wow. Rams lost to Jalen Hurts, 49ers, Panthers, Seattle, Seahawks, and Falcons. Yeah. David might have left too much time. Oh boy. Tim Gilbert, what's going on? Panthers asked. I mean, they weren't playing bad up until, a little too late here. They gave up 14 points early, but then they were able to hold the Rams to 6 points coming into the 4th quarter. But yeah. And what did I say, guys? Rams, they start fast, they slow down in the middle of the game, and then they pick up speed in late in the game. Can we? Oh my gosh. Sorry, the ball just keeps falling off the tee. I don't know why they keep trying to keep just take the guy out there right away, so you can hold the ball. Come on. Kick is away. Caught inside the 5, return to the 15, to the 20, 25, tries to break a tackle, does, and he gets it near the, is that the 29 for ETN? It'll be, they're saying at the 28, 32 seconds left. Yep, David, it was a TD kick. Good, yes it was. Tim, what's going on, brother? Terrible defense. Just let Rams march down the field. Terrible. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, that was it was a little bit too smooth, in my opinion. If I'm Carolina, like if I'm gonna score, I'm willing to take some risks. Either blitz them or play some tight coverage. Don't just let them dink and just pick it up in big chunks. Bryce Young rolling out to his left, and that's gonna be incomplete. 25 seconds left. That was a weird play. There was nobody, and I mean nobody in the vicinity of that. All right, 5 receivers sent, and I'm assuming the Rams are just going to send a bunch of pressure. Stunts, everything. They do. Then Bryce able to get it out, throws it away, and that's going to be incomplete. None of his receivers are able to get open, man. 3rd and 10, and that's not even the biggest issue. 17 seconds is the biggest issue. You have the ball at your own 28. Oh, sorry. Let me move the ball here. Where? All right, we got 3rd and 10. Pressure, throws it up, and it's going to be incomplete. Overthrows Horn on that one. And we got 4th and 10, 12 seconds left. So from the looks of it, Carolina's season is about 12 seconds away from being over, man. It was a good effort, but unfortunately at the end their defense just unable to hold on. Look at your clock. You have time. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Carolina, I believe, is going to use a timeout here, or is it the Rams? The Rams are going to use a timeout. Trying to make sure that they don't get caught off guard here. Yeah, man, I don't know, man. Like, to me, I get playing soft coverage when they're on their side of the 50. I get it, 100%. But once they got to your 30-yard line, you gotta play. You gotta do something. You can play zone, but you gotta put extra pressure on Stafford. He's 37, 38 years old. Make him move. His accuracy has been up and down all game. Bryce throws. Caught in. Oh, it's dropped by Horn. And that is it. Turnover on downs. 7 seconds left. And the Carolina Panthers go 0 for 3 on 3rd down. Bryce had him open, man. It just did not have enough juice on that throw. It kind of just dipped on him. And the Rams are going to escape with a win here in Carolina. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Your local, man. I know, man. I'm sorry. Trust me. I don't think there's many teams that had them winning. And they made it close, 34-31. I think I had, what did I say? Rams were going to win. Did I say 35-27 or did I say 34-27? I'll have to look it up. But either way, I was not too far off. Captain, have a great offseason, Bryce Young. And the Panthers, you are out. Seastrom, Panthers did a lot better than what I was expecting. Yeah, 100%. 100%, man. And the game is going to be over here. And I know technically the records don't improve. They don't really go up, but I always like to count the amount of wins these teams have had so far. Good showing, though. Bryce Young has shown good progress. I think so, man. I think, like I said, I think the secondary for the Carolina Panthers needs to be retooled. They need to add some more playmakers there. And I think they need one, like, true guy that can take over. Maybe not like a J.J. Watt or T.J. Watt, nothing like that, but like what the Rams have. Jared Verse, they have guys that can, every couple games, they can come up with a big play, a couple big plays, have a great game. I think that's what Carolina is missing on their defense. They need that guy at the front seven that can get either to the quarterback or can just be an absolute wall against the run. And then finally, their secondary needs some playmakers. I think I think the defense played okay, but down the stretch, not good enough. Not good enough. Let me see your captain. Panthers drop to 8-10, and the Rams go to 13-5. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. All right, guys. I got another game. I'm gonna be setting up the next stream here. I got 10 minutes. I'm gonna end this one pretty quickly. So I will see you guys in probably the next 10 minutes. Thank you so much, guys. That one is on Prime Video, so if you have that, check it out. If not, you can listen to my big head talk about the game, and I'll try to be as detailed as I can. Dave, now what wild card does Rams go with this win? Who they face next week? It's going to depend. Let me see here. The Rams, no, they're the 5th seed, so they would go up against either the Eagles or Chicago. Eagles or Chicago. Pretty sure. So yeah. It depends. If Green Bay beats Chicago, then it'll be Green Bay automatically will go against the number 1 seed. So that would be the Rams going up against the third seed. So yeah, Philadelphia. So yeah. Anyway, I'm not a Panthers fan, as I said. I'm a Bills fan. I wanted Carolina to do good, and as good beginning next season, they will go way better. I think so, man. I think as long as they can find some weapons for Bryce Young and maybe get a couple guys on that defense, they're definitely a team that's trending up, in my opinion. So because they have 17, right? There we go. All right, guys. Thank you so much, man. Shout out to David. Shout out to Captain. Shout out to Seastrom. Shout out to your local, man. Thank you so much for watching, man. Hey, hang on if you want to. We're going to be doing Green Bay, Chicago in a couple minutes here. Shout out to Tim Gilbert. Let me see. I want to make sure I shout out everybody. I don't want to forget anybody. David Stegosaurus. Shout out to Dahlia. Oh, my gosh. Ronald Duffney. Shout out to you, my man. Hi. And then Eben, you were in here for a little bit, my dude. Appreciate you. Good to see you as always. And I think that is it. Otherwise, it's just a bunch of bots. But yeah, sorry if I missed your comment or anything like that. I'll try to do better on the next stream. See you in a bit. Thank you so much, man. Once again, my name is Dave, and I'm not a coach. Gotcha.